Vale.
¿Sí? ¿Te atreverías?
Ahí está.
¡Bemba! ¡Es original! ¡Kimba! Que quiero bailar. ¿Quieres de mí? Origini. Todo para ti. ¡Hey, baby! Original y originini. Yo no tengo un cromo de panini. Si viene el Kimba lo reventó con el fucking altavoz. Y bien ocurreniga, estoy con el chico para soltarlo bien tranquilito. Es el Kimana, el Kimaneto, porque tiene el ritmo y esqueleto. No vi, ella no vio nada. Cuando suelto ritmo parece en la boca nada. No soy un dragón, pero suelto llamaradas. No soy un cabrón, pero sueno que te cagas. Original y parecen bandadas de cuervos volando que viene a matar. Si quieres algo del magneto, siempre ves buscando un ritmo. Es original, siempre suena fresco. Lo mejor me lo merezco. No tenemos parentesco con la sociedad parece popescu. Ey, original el maneta ha llegado pa' soltar los ritmos sentados. Si quieres algo bueno, pues yo vengo de un pasado. Desde lejos, hace tiempo, no soy viejo. Estoy atento, estoy contento. El entrecejo, no lo ves, escondió hace tiempo. Original representa de radio, el Netflix de Europa. Pa' venir a reventar todos los escenarios y llevarme la copa.
Un aplauso, hermano. De Easy, haceme algo ya para culminar.
Hostia puta, tío, qué bueno.
¿Te dejo ahí mismo ese? ¿O te pongo otro?
Pónmelo del principio, va.
¿El principio, este mismo? ¿O te pongo otro?
Esto está bien.
¿Este está bien? Vale. Desde el principio entonces. Ahí va, atención.
Estamos en Nazi Radio International Real.
Original.
Hemos vuelto a la casa del Real Netflix de Europa. Bombo claro, dice. Don't stop, everybody don't stop. Llegó el general para prender el club. Hey, sing it, boy, then yabadabadu. Con mi crew, solo tú, dan mi luz. Hey, sing it, badu. Don't stop, everybody don't stop. Llegó el general para prender el club. Sing it, boy, then yabadabadu. Con mi crew, solo tú, dan mi luz. Everything come through. Ooh, girl, think you better. I think you clever. Hey, stay, my fucking old nigga. Hey, girl, think you better. I think alone, my brother. Everybody come on, nego, hace radio, está fresco. Dice, mueve el cadera, mueve tremendo. Suena perfecto, filo beca. Suena perfecto, viene el del ritmo del ghetto. But the fuck, international. Hey, nego, the fama, no really nobody. Se mueve el estilo, suena fenomenal. Suena bien guapo que viene los ritmos. En radio siempre suena fenomenal. Mueve cadera, mueve tremenda. Ese Kimaneto, el rey de la fiesta. Suena guapo, te lo digo, Zacarías. Así que dale, on the freak, nego.
Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1.
¿Sí? ¿Te atreverías?
Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and show my people their transgressions, and the house of Jacob their sins.
Copyright disclaimer. This content does not belong to Bible Chronicles or claim this intellectual property. The content provided today has and always will belong to the content owner. Bible Chronicles does not have any affiliation with the owner of this property. As mentioned, Bible Chronicles did not intend to make use of any material for the purpose of harvesting gain. However, Title 17 of United States copyright law states material and use can only be done when it's for theological or general educational purposes, and thus Bible Chronicles believes that this principal material falls under fair use, which honors protection under Section 107 of the same U.S. copyright law.
There's the book of Matthew, chapter 6 and verse 9. After this manner, therefore, pray ye, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts as we forgive our debtors. and lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever. Amen. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. All right, good. There's nobody here. Just one person. Perfect. Less pressure. I'm joking. You guys are probably wondering, like, how this guy find time, right? Well, today is my new moon. Or as I has made it possible. No, it hasn't been easy. But he made it possible. Title is called Redemption Through Isolation. I want to remind people. This isn't, well, I don't know what you expect out of this channel. Some people actually have the nerve to make comments like, "Oh, well, I don't recommend people to join a camp or who to follow." I'm not here for that. Or this is just a show for as you guys say it. Well, maybe it is. But you want to know something? You ignore the real show that we see on TV. You guys ignore the real show because it's all a show for y'all. It's definitely a show. But you guys don't care. You see, what you care about is that it feels good. That it's okay. You know what? I want brotherhood. I have this interesting video I want to show you guys. A brother sent this to me. Give me a second. And I think he sent it here. No, that's not it. Maybe this one? No, that's not it. Oh, come on, man. And my bad. Well, hey, it doesn't matter. There's nobody watching, so perfect, man. It's all good. You guys don't give a shit anyway, so what the hell am I rushing for? I ain't got no reason to rush, man. Got no reason to rush.
What's going on, y'all?
I'm gonna use this brother's video real quick. Then I'm gonna show you something, okay? You guys say that I'm a show or whatever. It's all good. I'll show you the show that you guys follow. The shit show that you guys follow. Okay. The shit show. Because this is what you guys want. You guys want to be told sweet things. You guys want to be taught deceit. That's what you guys want to be taught. Hold on a second, family. Is this one I want to play? No, this isn't what I want to play. This one has pauses in between. Give me, oh, there it goes right there. Okay, so what I'm going to show you, I'm just going to show you a couple of things, okay? Show you a couple of things here. Because there's a lot going on, fam. A lot going on there. But I'm the show, right? I'm the shit show. Cool. Shalom, whoever is or whoever isn't there. Yeah, I don't give a shit anyways. But look what we got here. So is it really about teaching? Repentance? Is it really about redemption? Doesn't look like it, family. Let's go.
To me, man, Killer B, the witch finder general. You got a witch. I'm burning their behinds up. And today show is sponsored by Common Sense. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Somebody need to make a real company called Common Sense. But yo, look at where, check this out, y'all. Y'all see anybody look familiar in here? Look, y'all look real quick though. Right there. Y'all see that? Yeah, keep looking. Look again, y'all. Look. Y'all see anybody look familiar? Right there. Lord have mercy. Alizar out here making it rain with y'all goddamn tithes money. Alizar out here making it rain with y'all tithes money. Ain't this something? And look, ain't no but black strippers in there. Ain't no with black ones. You making what the scriptures say you ain't supposed to do? Make whores out of the daughters of Zion. Don't the scriptures tell you that? What Alizar doing up in here? Look. I don't see no Edomites. I don't see no Moabites, no Ammonites, none of that. All I see is a bunch of Judite women. And look at Alizar. The coochie must be stank. The coochie up in there stank. And Alizar sitting up in there in his wickedness. He fanning the flames off his wicked behind. Look out. Fanning the flames off. Lord have mercy. Look at the money, y'all. Look at the money. Look at the money, y'all. Look at the money. Look at the money. Look at the money, y'all. And then with the nigga with the pants, look at the boy, the pants on around his ankles. That don't make no damn sense, boy. You sitting up in there. Well, I forgot Alizar like snacking off. He be looking at dudes to snack off with. I forgot about that. I'm on the hunt for that video. I'm gonna get that video. Alizar, I'm gonna find that video. You know when I mentioned it, you would have took that shit down off of Vimeo, nigga. You already know what time it is. But somebody got that shit, bro. I'm gonna find it. Oh, they're gonna put glow sticks in your private parts and you're gonna smack somebody in the face on the couch with it. Talking about, I'm just trying to snack off. Boy, Alizar, I know you're going to try to explain this. How can you explain it, though? Use the world? Use that scripture? Use the world? You in there recruiting, Alizar? Alizar, you got your fringes on up in What do you used to have in fringes when you in the strip bar? And when you already got in the strip bar, you might as well take the fringes off when you enter the strip bar. No, I gotta do the thing justice. I gotta pause it right on there. Where you at? I mean, no, that now you know that don't make no damn sense. I mean, hold on, y'all, hold on. I gotta get the good shot. Oh, gotta back it up, back it up. Look at all that money, y'all. That's all y'all tithes money. Lord have mercy. We got brothers working at Burger King. You got brothers working at Sam's Club and BJ's and Lowe's, Home Depot. You got brothers delivering pizzas. You got brothers doing Uber, working hard on the goddamn clock. So y'all can give y'all money to this nigga right here and he can do this with it. Look, that's all y'all tithes money. That's how the Most High said, store your treasures in heaven. Don't give these niggas shit. Man, shit. Ain't this some shit right here? I ain't never seen that like before in my life. I swear for God. I swear, look at all that money, yo. Look at all that damn money. Lord have mercy. And it's going to give it away to the...
Hey, but who cares, right? Who cares, man? Damn, I know, bro. Hey, what's up, Sean? That's probably mine. Yeah, I know who that is. But who cares? Yeah, I don't care. You guys don't care. You know, I find it so interesting, man, that, man, doesn't matter. Net worth of this man here, Bishop Nathaniel net worth. Well-known businessman and the founder of Israel United in Christ. He has an estimated net worth of $150 million and is known for his philanthropic work. He has been a strong advocate for social justice, has worked tirelessly to improve the lives of those left fortunate. He is a man of great faith and conviction. Every year. $7.5 million a year. This is what I found. His income is what, around $600,000 a month? Y'all do the math about how much is a day, whatever. But it doesn't matter because I show you guys videos like this.
What's going on, y'all? It's your main man, Killer B, the Witchfinder J.
And y'all don't give a damn. This guy here, I guess some friend of Witchfinder Killer B, right? And you could see what these guys are about, man. Look at all that money, man. That's at a strip joint. But this channel is the joke. Right? Yeah, do you guys like coming to this channel and posting that this channel is the joke? Who's the real joke? See, you guys come and go, man. Anyways, I'm probably tired of my shit. It's all good. Listen, I'm not doing it for you guys, man. I'm doing it for myself. That's just facts. I'm doing it for myself because honestly, I ain't got no choice. So the hell with y'all, whether you want to believe or not, it doesn't matter to me, bro. I'm just going to go with my class and that's it. Well, because this is also for my family. And I just mean my household. Isaiah 8:20, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. No light. No light. No understanding. No wisdom. No beginning. No end. And you know, the reason why all of these things are important to me, fam, is because I have a family. So I'm here to protect my family, my children, before anybody. And again, to the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. There's absolutely no light in this world, fam. Y'all think you're going to find them in these camps. They just want to take your money. But hey, it doesn't matter. That's not what this class is about. What this class is about is redemption through isolation. Do you really think you're called of God? Because there's this kid who's had the nerve of sending me a message this morning. Again, I don't know this kid. And he's a kid. And it's not even a video that he did himself. I don't think he's from this camp. He just sent me random. It's like, what you trying to say? You know, it's so funny, man. Presumptuous you guys are. I'll say it like this. Presumptuous are they? The nerve and audacity of people to think that you're already chosen, that you're an elect. Psalms 37 and 30. And you know, I don't pray for you because I don't know if you are our people. Because as of right, I understand and see and how you move, you just don't do it according to that. I don't know if the Most High just don't want to deal with you or if he just wants to make a case out of your stupid ass. And you know who I'm talking about, little teddy bear. Psalms 37:30 says, the mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. So at least in my household or the people I talk to, I try to act according to. I don't try to assume things. I ask questions and I try to get to know people before I go and assume my so-called knowledge. Because if you are a messenger of the Most High, we will be able to notice these things. And your conduct will actually reveal itself. Your actions speak louder than your words. Now, the mouth of the righteous speak wisdom. Not only do they speak wisdom, but they also act with wisdom. They make decisions with wisdom because it's what they speak, is what is always on its mind. And his tongue talketh of judgment. So he takes good with correction, and he can also give it. The law of his God is in his heart, and none of his steps shall slide. That's exactly what I mean by that. The law of his God is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. Why? Because in no way, shape, or form do I call myself a prophet. Do I assume I'm a messenger, or am I acting as if? Listen, man, I've said it before, fam. I'll get you right now, bro. I didn't want this. I didn't choose this. And I don't know why y'all want like so bad, man. You want to be the chief. I got you, bro. Hold on, bro. You want to be the chief. Proverbs 25:14. Whoso boasted himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. So I'm an elect. I'm already chosen. The Most High called me. Whoso boasted himself of a false gift, Most High hasn't given you a damn thing. He hasn't given you a damn thing. Isaiah 49. Let me read that real quick. Isaiah 49:23. It reads, and the kings shall be thy nursing fathers, and the queens by thy nursing mothers. They shall bow down to thee with their face towards the earth, and lick up the dust of thy feet. And thou shalt know that I am the Lord, for they shall not be ashamed that wait for me. Yeah, they do that. And you know, that's completely contrary to what God is actually asking of people. Because Proverbs 25 says this. So, you know, and that's actually a very good point, that they walk around talking this way. But Proverbs 25:14 says, whoso boasted himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. Why are you assuming you made it already by you putting your foot over the so-called heathen? That's assumption. Presumptuous are they. Presumptuous. He boasts himself of a false gift. You don't know if you're the chosen. And now we know that all these camps are fake as hell. So now you guys are going to have to swallow that pill. And I know it'll be very difficult. But today I'm talking about our people. This is a message for our gente. Those that boast themselves or don't understand what this walk requires. And I'm not saying I'm a teacher or a messenger. All I'm doing is showing you guys what I was revealed. That's it. And if you guys listen, great. And if you don't, great. But I'm showing you what my spirit is yearning to show. It's not by choice. I didn't do this by choice. And it shouldn't be by choice. You shouldn't want to be the chief. Whoso boasted himself of a false gift is like clouds and wind without rain. It's vanity. Listen, I'm gonna tell you something, fam. You know, it's so weird. And it allows me to understand that I'm doing this for my spirit, for my salvation, for my family. Because unless I'm talking shit about people, y'all don't give a damn about these Bible scriptures, man. 5 views, only 23 people so far. But I'm gonna tell you, man, if I bring something like F the Negro or F the white man, bro, boom, 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 you get like 10 people trying to watch. Y'all are full of vanity, man. Y'all have boasted already of false gifts. That's the sad part. That's just the sad part, man. This is why you don't want this. Because it's freaking almost depressing. Excuse my language. It is freaking depressing, man. Trying to show you people. Proverbs 25:27. Watch this. It is not good to eat much honey. For men to search their own glory, it is not glory. Oh, I'm a chosen. I'm already the elect. I already made it. Oh, my foot's gonna go on the white man. Yeah. Oh man, I'm gonna get me wives. I'm gonna make money because I already made it, because I'm a chosen seed of God. Because I don't know, because I'm white looking or because I'm black looking, whatever it is, damn doctrine y'all came from. Christianity, black heroism, all of that crap. Seriously, man. It's not fun doing this. It's sad. It's extremely sad because this is bitter wisdom. Woe unto the Isaiah 5:21. Woe unto them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Y'all don't even have any clue, no idea. The nerve of you guys, the nerve of you, teddy bear, to ask me if I suffer or if I struggle or if I'm being tested. I could lie to you and say, yeah. Or I could lie to you and say, no. But the fact is, that's none of your effing business. Who are you to determine what is stress for me? Are you blind? Are you autistic? Do you have a child that's blind or autistic? Because I do. I've dealt with alcohol for 30 years. That's just a layer of what I go through. The nerve of you. Woe to them that are wise in their own eyes and prudent in their own sight. Effing nerve of you. And you don't even see your own snot drilling down your nose. That's how ignorant some of y'all are. And you guys want to do this? Come and do it. It doesn't take, technically, in your eyes, of your own conceit, it doesn't take much. Because that's the attitude you guys have. And you want to know what's the saddest part? That because a so-called Hispanic is doing these classes, y'all got no respect for your brother, man. But I ain't going to lie to you. If I was a negro or if I was white, I'd have more subscriptions. I tell you right now for a fact. Because that's how you guys are. Now, let me close this up. Give me a second. You guys hate your brother more than anything, man. Narcissism. You're going to see these fools use the I'm an Israelite to do stupid crap and more wickedness and still demand respect. It's all about glory and none of the Most High. Yeah, it's self-glory. Like, it's technically that. Yeah, here, let me go back to it, man. That's I'm glad you bring it up, bro, because Proverbs 25:27 says the same thing. It is not good to eat much honey. So for men to search their own glory is not glory. But you know what? Honestly, man, these are the facts, bro. They see a so-called, what does this guy know? Yeah, well, you're right. Your own people actually say that more than the other nations. The other nations don't even bother this channel anymore. My own so-called people. You see, that's sad, man, because quite frankly, y'all are practicing eugenics in your own minds towards your own people. You're still under that white supremacy and just blackened up with black supremacy. It's all eugenics. Oh, remember the white man used to say, if you don't look white enough, you're not civil. You're not civilized. You didn't evolve, right? Now the black dudes are saying, hey, if you don't look like us, it's because you didn't. You evolved on a negative sense, like you disintegrated. You tainted your seed line. Romans 1:22. Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools. Y'all deceived yourselves. Professing themselves to be wise, they become fools. Yeah, but you know, man. They're. Let me go back to Psalms 19:13. Let me read that one real quick. Psalms 19:13 says, keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Presumptuous sins is also vanity, guile, deceiving your own selves, claiming to think and assuming that you are chosen already, or you know the Bible, or because you think you're going to go and correct everybody. You're doing the work of the Most High. Man, keep back thy servant also from presumptuous sins. Let them not have dominion over me. Then shall I be upright. So it looks like presumptuous sins will be all upon us. And it will have dominion over you if you're not aware of it. If you don't pay attention to your own actions. Then shall I be upright, and I shall be innocent from great transgressions. Listen, man, I've shared this with a couple brothers, and I'm just going to read this to you guys real quick, okay? Here, matter of fact, let me do this. I'm going to put it over here because I keep turning that way. I'm going to put it right here. Let's go to Luke real quick. Luke 15. Watch what it says real quick, all right? So this is what look, my suggestion, family, well, y'all do what you want. You don't listen anyways. I have no idea, man. No clue. I'll tell you something. Remember the scripture that says angels unaware. You know, be mindful of who you ignore. Because we don't know what spirit would come back with. You know what I'm saying? But you guys are quick to judge, man. You judge countenance. Anyhow, Luke 15:15, and he went and joined himself to the citizens of that country. This is the parable of the prodigal son. And he went and joined himself to a citizen of that country. And he set him into his fields to feed swine. So one of the two sons took his portion and said, I'm out, and lived the life. But now he got to a point where it's like, he ain't got nothing anymore. So now he's working to feed swines, right? Verse 16, and he would fain have filled his belly with the husk that swine did eat, and no man gave unto him. And when he came up to himself, or when he came to himself, meaning when he started realizing, like, damn, what the hell am I doing? And he said, how many hired servants of my father, the servants, the slaves, right, have bread enough and to spare, and I perish with hunger? Then he says, I will rise and go to my father, and I will say unto him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee, and I am no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. You can't exalt yourself. Can't exalt yourself, man. Y'all need to learn to not do that. Exalting yourself above measure. Thinking you're already chosen. I'm part of the elect already. Putting your feet on people, regardless of what nationality you are, whatever. What makes you think you're even a chosen, or let alone made it? Sirach 130. The Bible speaks of wisdom. All over the scriptures, it talks about conducting yourself with prudence. That's not prudence, no kingship. The Most High, the Messiah, you never saw him put his foot over any of the enemies. The scripture said that that'll happen, but not like then. Then look, let me read one. Verse 1, Sirach 129. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men. And I'm talking to you, teddy bear. And take good heed what thou speakest, because you're not paying attention to what you're saying. Exalt not thyself, lest thou fall and bring dishonor upon thy soul. And so God discovered thy secrets and cast thee down in the midst of the congregation, because thou camest not in truth to the fear of the Lord, but thy heart is full of deceit. The nerve of you to come to this channel and say this is a show, or some other guy to say, what's he doing? He's just talking shit, and he don't tell you who to follow or what camp to learn from. Like, that's not my job. As a matter of fact, you don't know then, because you're just going by the wind. Exalt not thyself. Listen, none of you, nobody. Matter of fact, I mean, I ain't gonna lie. And I've been told, compared to other people, because I've shared my so-called DNA sample, compared to most people, I'm the closest as it gets to that nation. But outside of that, nobody can prove you're Israel. It's been so long ago. So I say, exalt not thyself, lest thou fall, and bring dishonor upon thy soul. So the prodigal son is like, look, listen, I've sinned, Father, forgive me. Forgive me, Father. Let me read that again to you guys, in case you guys don't read these things. He says in verse 18, I will rise up and go to my father. Luke 15:18. I will rise and go to my father, and will say to him, Father, I have sinned against heaven and before thee. I'm no more worthy to be called thy son. Make me as one of thy hired servants. Y'all should be saying that instead of exalting yourselves. I mean, shoot, for God's sakes, you see these camps, they exalt themselves to the highest extent. Let me show you something, man. Not even, Sam, you guys don't read the Bible. You guys don't. And this is all a very lack of prudent approach of everything. This is just anger, black supremacy, or white, however you are, whoever you are, because you may be black, but you got the white spirit in you, or you may be white and you got the black spirit in you. That's all it is. Job 4:18. Let the Bible tell you something. Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly. How much less is them that dwell in houses of clay, whose foundations is the dust, which are crushed before the moth. Homeboy, you ain't shit. That's what it says. Shall mortal man be more just than God? I'm elect already. I'm the elect. I'm chosen already. Yeah, they make idols of themselves. But again, the topic is redemption through isolation. These guys, or you individuals, that claim that you're so-called teachers of the Most High, or, oh, God chose me and I'm going to go correct you, or come to this channel and tell us that we don't know shit and we're just racist. Me for promoting, me for showing it, and brothers for supporting it. Behold, he put no trust in his servants, and his angels he charged with folly. You know what that means? Let me show you. Can anyone be righteous in the sight of God or be pure before his creator? God does not trust heavenly servants. He finds fault even with his angels. Oh, my dear Jesus. And the nerve of you to think I'm an elect. I'm going to put my foot on these people's neck because they deserve it. No, dummy. The reason they're in the power, if you are Hebrew or an Israelite of the 12 tribes, is because it was your fault. It's not their fault. It's your fault. And it's our job to teach our people who the enemy is with boldness, but at the same time with balance, with prudence, so you don't have any bitterness of hatred in you, because then you won't see the kingdom. This is why, family, hypocrisy is probably the most difficult thing to get rid of, man. Hypocrisy, fam. Sirach 129, watch what he reads. It says, be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. Why? Be not a hypocrite, because you know what? This is one of the things that every single one of us has, and you guys don't even bother to get rid of. But yeah, you want to talk Bible. 1 Peter 2:1, wherefore laying aside all malice, all guile, and all hypocrisy. Guile is deceit. Somebody actually asked me, and he says he studies the book, and he goes, what does guile mean? You mean you couldn't look it up? Wherefore laying aside all malice, toda malicia, all guile, deceit, all hypocrisy, and envies, and evil speaking. But you guys aren't doing that. Hell no. You're coming over here telling us, y'all are stupid. Y'all don't know nothing. You're just a Mexican. Be not a hypocrite in the sight of men, and take good heed what thou speakest. You only pay attention to the countenance. Let me tell you something. I understand now why the Most High separated me. I'm not saying I'm any messenger or anything, but I can see why I am doing what I'm doing now. Because years ago, I didn't know this was going to happen. When I first was so-called woken up. I was asked a year in, like, what do you think, what your calling is, whatever. I was like, man, I don't know. I can't even wrap my mind around that, bro. I still was dealing with so much in my mind. I was a very angry man. I'd really cut people short. One of the things they disliked about me, what I had to change, was sometimes these brothers would call me, and I'm like, they call me, hey, they're like, shalom, and I'm like, hey, what's up? I wasn't used to saying shalom, and it kind of hard for me to convert to things like that. That's why I don't say ak or, You know, I don't do stuff like that just out of nowhere. But I have this tendency of telling people, okay, cool, man. Hey, is there anything else? Is there anything else you need to tell me before I hang up? And a lot of them didn't know what I mean by that. I wasn't trying to be rude. I thought I was being polite. Hey, is there anything you need to say before I hang up? Because I didn't just want to sit there. I had nothing else to say to them. I don't do small talk unless I get to know you. So the Most High really did put me through a lot, a ringer, man. 30 years of alcoholism, the depthness of hell. I'm not saying we all got to walk through that, but I understand isolation. I had to really go all the way to the bottom of the barrel. It almost seems like the Most High isolates you. So then that's all you have. That's the only thing you can choose to back from. That's the only way you can bounce back. And not with boldness or so-called, I'm a king. Nah, man. With the contrite heart. He called Moses. Moses left. He left to the Ild. He left Egypt, didn't he? He left Egypt and he had a family and then he was called, like years later. We don't know what transpired in that time, but I know as from personal experience, things happen to you. The Most High deals with you in a certain way. And you, like somebody said, how do you know God's dealing with you? I don't know. But I can see his track record, not of my doing. I can't see where I'm going. But if I look back, I can see where I've been. And every decision that looks like a good decision was not of my own doing. It was when I actually excuse my language here. I'm just going to say, it's when I shut the fuck up and I started learning to be meek. Because that's one of the things that Moses was known for, his meekness. I should have actually wrote that down. I should have wrote that down. That's, you see something, family. Moses. Oh yeah, Numbers 13. Watch this. Numbers 12:3. I'm sorry. It says, now Moses was very meek above all men which were upon the face of the earth, and meekness is discipline. Meaning he understood this to the fullest right here, right? This one, very simple. Psalms 111:10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Meaning the discipline of the Most High is the beginning of wisdom. Meaning the meekness approach is the beginning of wisdom. A good understanding have all day that listen to his discipline and apply his commandments. His praise endureth forever. He isolated Elijah. Let's go to 1 Kings. Watch, I'll show you. I'm just trying to show you guys something. If you guys think you're sent messengers, like you guys are elect, okay. I'll show you some scriptures. Let's see if it's true. Maybe you are. Who am I to tell you? But based on the boastfulness of you people, it's hard to believe. And 1 Kings 17:2, it said, and the word of the Lord came unto him, saying, get thee hence and turn thee eastward, and hide thyself by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And it shall be that thou shalt drink of the brook, and I have commanded the ravens to feed thee there. So he went and did according to the word of the Lord, for he went and dwelt by the brook Cherith, that is before Jordan. And the ravens brought him bread and flesh in the morning, and bread and flesh in the evening, and he drank of the brook. And it came to pass after a while that the brook dried up, because there had been no rain in the land. That's when the Most High instructs him to go somewhere else. But look, right here, the ravens. What are the ravens? The ravens eat the dead. So I'm going to tell you something. When I went to AA, it's funny, man, because it almost seems like when I went to AA, I had nowhere to go. I had nowhere to turn. I was at the last block, the last street, the last block, the last house, the last door, with one window shut down. I had nowhere to go. So in a sense, he isolated me, and he put ravens around me to feed me what I needed to eat at that time. The AA classes, they actually have the 12 steps, which is off the Bible. I'm not saying go to A. I'm not saying, God, you guys can do what you want. I'm using the scriptures to show you what I went through. And I'm not saying I am a messenger. All I'm saying is what I went through. And if you think you are, hopefully you'll go through this. But before you go through this, learn how to shut the F up. Again, Elijah here was told, hey, go to the caves, man. Go hide. Trust me, I'm going to feed you. I didn't know any better, man. I went to different locations. I'm like, God, please help me. So here, just go here for now. Just go here for now. AA was enough for me at that moment. That's it for now. And then things started changing. Then things started changing for me. But never did I exalt myself. That's probably why. And then here we see Elijah, right? 1 Kings 19. We see the Lord speaks to him. And verse 9, and he came thither unto the cave and lodged there. And behold, the word of the Lord came to him. And he said to him, what hast thou here? What thou do here, Elijah? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord. Meaning he was fighting for the word of God, right? For the Lord God of hosts, for the children of Israel have forsaken thy covenant, thrown down thy altars, and slain thy prophets with the sword, and I, even I only, I'm left, and they seek my life to take it away. And he said, go forth and stand upon the mount before the Lord. And behold, the Lord passed by, and a great and strong wind rent the mountains and brake in pieces the rocks before the Lord. But the Lord was not in the wind. And after the wind, an earthquake, but the Lord was not in the earthquake. And after the earthquake, a fire, but the Lord was not in a fire. And after the fire, still a small voice. Check this out. And it said, and it was so when Elijah heard it, that he wrapped his face in his mantle and went out and stood in the entering of the cave. Now keep in mind, the Most High had told him to do something. And behold, there came a voice unto him and said, what is thou here, Elijah? What are you doing here, man? Did I tell you to leave? And he said, I have been very jealous for the Lord God of hosts, because the children of Israel have forgotten the covenant. He said it again, right? And the Lord said to him, verse 18, go, return unto thy way of the wilderness of Damascus. When thou comest, anoint Hazael to be king over Syria. So here, the Most High is like, man, shut up. Go do the work I told you to do. Go do the work I told you to do. Let me read that real quick. Matthew 23:12. Whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and whoever humbles himself will be exalted. All praises to the Most High, bro. You know what, man? Because that is definitely true. Definitely true. And that's why you can see here that Elijah, he wasn't even exalting himself, man. He's like, hey, God, listen, man. These guys don't listen to me, bro. They don't want to follow the laws. They broke down the altars. They slain the prophets. I'm the only one left, and they're trying to kill me. And the Lord's like, listen, bro, look, you just gotta go. You gotta go, okay? Just get out of the cave and go. So these so-called prophets, they're not as brave as you think they are. You guys think this is a joke. Y'all think this is easy. Like, oh, I'm just gonna get the Bible and I'm gonna yell at people. Yeah, that's what you guys do. Here, I'll show you. I'll show you what you guys do. Because this is the problem with our people. Y'all came out of these stupid camps with these stupid teachings, thinking that you're teaching somebody. You ain't teaching nobody shit. You're not teaching anybody anything. This is what you're doing. Hold on. As a matter of fact, let me remember to show this at the end, because this is important. Let me show this now. I have to show this at the end. Let me show you this real quick. This is what you guys have learned. And this is what I see you guys trying to teach. This right here. Look. Okay? This is what you guys do. Watch this.
This sweet, right, and sweet for bitter. So Satan is going to have a high body count because all you guys are deceived, right? Just like in the days of Noah, so shall be the days of the Son of Man. That's right. And a lot of you guys, your guys' days is numbered.
See what I mean? A lot of you guys, are days are numbered. Remember, don't be don't be too proud in your own conceit. Remember about those false gifts that you assumed you received? How do you know? Now we know a lot about history. And I don't know if they're all people, but if you're not, damn, you're in for a rude awakening. That's why you should never exalt thyself, man.
Come over here. What you say? 2 dogs. Look at the 2 dogs. A big dog and a little dog. And he said, whoop, whoop. Hey, no, you dog.
The book of Revelation, chapter 11 and verse 18.
I got a question for you. You look like you're an honest man. What color is Jesus Christ according to the Bible? And with that, he proved to be the devil that the Bible speaks of. Right? She got headphones on. Hold on, I'm gonna get her. You look like an honest woman. What color is Jesus Christ according to the Bible? Where? Stone Cold Steve Austin with the echo. What color is Jesus Christ according to the Bible? Stone Cold. What color is Jesus Christ according to the Bible? What color? See? In the car. See?
That's right.
Stone Cold don't want to answer. He tried to give us this. No, that was in the car. In the car answer for him.
And then they go with the assumption that that was in the car. In the car answer for. How do you know, man? Did you ask the guy? Well, because he looks Hispanic. You guys assume he's Issachar. Why can't you say he's Judah? Anyways, that's not the point. Real prophets don't want to be prophets. It's not choice. They're not. It's a different calling. Let me see this, bro. You know what's funny? They say they ain't black because the color the white man gave them, but they use the verse Jeremiah 14. I know it's stupid, and it's not even anything about color, man. It's weird, but as a matter of fact, Jeremiah 14:2 makes John 3:16 completely real, for real. If you really look at it, use their logic, and it makes perfect sense. Anyways, as you can see, Elijah, man, he was called, and he was isolated, and he was given instructions on what to do. David, the same thing. 1 Samuel 16, watch this. 1 Samuel 16, verse 11, it says here, and Samuel said unto Jesse, are here all thy sons? And he said, there remaineth yet the youngest, and behold, he keepeth the sheep. And Samuel said unto Jesse, send and fetch him, for we will not sit down till he come hither. And he sent and brought him in. Now he was ruddy, and withal a beautiful countenance, and good look to. And the Lord said, arise, anoint him, for he is he. But he didn't call him right then and there. 2 Samuel 5:4, he calls him like, maybe, I don't know, 15 years later. I don't know how old he is here. Maybe 15, 14, whatever. If you look at time. 2 Samuel 5:4 says this, and David was 30 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned for 40 years. Now, he wasn't anointed and right away became king. He had to go through a process. 15 years. So to get 15, 17, 12, whatever. That's a long time. But you guys don't even know the milk, and you think you're 40 years in the understanding of the scriptures. I don't even know your own history, which is really sad. Now I'm gonna tell you something regarding Jeremiah. That's a pretty interesting prophet there, fam. Jeremiah 5:1 and says 1:5. Before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee, and before thou camest forth out of the womb, I sanctified thee, and I ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. So he spoke to Jeremiah at a teenage year, right? But Jeremiah didn't really fully get into this whole teaching. That's why he was called a weeping prophet. Like what, 5 years? Give or take. And he said, oh Lord, behold, I cannot speak, for I'm a child. As you can see, he's like, man, I don't know, God. I don't know I have no idea what you want me to say. I'm just a kid, man. But the Most High said, from the moment you were in the belly, I knew you were going to be meant for this. So he selects his chosen. But they have a specific trait. All of them. Every single one of them. They didn't want this. But the Lord said unto me, say not, I am a child, meaning I don't know. God, I can't do this. Nah. For thou shalt go to all, and that I shall send thee, and whatsoever I command thee, thou shalt speak. Be not afraid of their faces, for I am with thee to deliver thee, say the Lord. So that tells me Jeremiah was scared as shit. Scared. Damn, y'all left me, man. That's messed up. Anyway, it's all good. But hey, but this isn't an interesting class. I know this topic isn't, to your guys' liking. Keep in mind, man, Jeremiah, I think it was, I have the notes here. When was it? I think it was around Joshua came to rule. And that's when, I think Jeremiah was a teenager around that time. What about John? He sent John to the wilderness. Paul. He blinded Paul for several days. Shoot, man. The Meshiacha, the Messiah. That's not what he did. But you know what, man? What do I know, right? Jeremiah 3:12 says, go and proclaim these words towards the north and say, return thou backsliding Israel, saith the Lord. And I will not cause thy anger to fall upon you. And I will not cause mine anger to fall upon you. For I am merciful, saith the Lord. And I will not keep anger. I will not keep anger forever. But you see what he said here? Most High told him, you better go do it. Or his anger for all Israel is going to fall upon Jeremiah. Do y'all really want this? This isn't a game, man. This isn't a game. And I don't even think Jeremiah really understood the kind of work that he was doing, to be honest with you. What am I looking? Numbers 11:29. Yep. He knew he was doing the Lord's work, but even Jeremiah didn't want to, man. You guys kind of judge people, and you don't. It's sad, to be honest. Numbers 11:29. And Moses said unto him, enviest thou for my sake? Would God that all the Lord's people were prophets, and that the Lord would put his spirit upon them? Of course, man, it'd be nice if everybody could teach properly and do it righteously. Jonah also didn't want to go to Nineveh, but he eventually did after the boat and after getting into the belly of the fish. So you want to know something, man? Jonah is the only book that I haven't touched. It's crazy, bro. I have not. My wife's read this. She's like, read it. Like, I know. For some reason, I haven't gone to it. Maybe because the whole whale stuff, I didn't want to try to misinterpret and misunderstand. But look, Moses even said it, man. Y'all envy my position. Shit. Man, I wish all of you guys could do it. But it's not by choice. I didn't choose to be an alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? If I could go back, just regarding the alcohol and like, hey man, it's just showing my life is showing like if you ever drink, you'll become an alcoholic. I would have never done it. But I don't know if I would have been in this position had I not been for that. The thorn in the flesh to buffet me. I had to go deep that far because I guess I didn't really have God in my complete mind and heart. And he didn't want that. He wanted to prepare me. That's what he wanted. You want to know why? Because look, man, Judges 21:25. In those days, there was no king in Israel. Every man did that which was right in his own eyes. Because that's what happens, man. You try to tell people these things like, yeah, you're full of shit. You're just a show. You're an Edomite. You're a conquistador. You don't know the Bible. You're just a Mexican. Oh, you're Mongolian. Every man did what was right in his own mind, y'all do that. I mean, look, for example. Look, it's been almost an hour and only 8 views, fam. Yesterday's class was about how I keep the Sabbath and the new moon. Who cared? Nobody cares. Nobody cares. What I see is people don't care when it comes to keeping the laws or understanding certain things. You guys want shows. You telling me this is a show? No, you guys want shows. Or you want to see a guy with woolly hair, or maybe with the last name of Clark, or Yakad Hara Yakawata, maybe some weird name like that. And maybe that's what would get you guys to listen. But it don't, man. That's what I'm saying. You guys think this? Man, look, Jeremiah here. I'll let Jeremiah say it for me, because I honestly, I told brothers that talk to me, I don't want to do this no more. Jeremiah 20:7. Oh Lord, thou hast deceived me. I was deceived. Thou art stronger than I, and has prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. Yeah. Chocolate covered Edomite when their people don't agree. Yeah. And they're all tears, always in. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. It's okay. Like, but our gente tells me, what are you, white? What are you, white? You know I'm talking to you also. What are you, white? The Lord, thou hast deceived me. I was deceived, and thou art stronger than I, and has prevailed. I am in derision daily. Everyone mocketh me. When he says thou art stronger than I, it's because once you know this, you can't get it out of your head anymore. You know how many times I tell my wife, I'm not going to do this no more. I'm just going to, you know how many times I wanted to cancel this channel? Just cancel it. Just cancel it. The hell with it, man. The hell with all of it. I'll sell all this equipment. I don't care. I just focus on work. Since I spake, I cried out. They cried violence and spoils, because the word of the Lord was made a reproach unto me and a derision daily. Because when I found this out, I kept telling you guys, listen, man, you guys are seeing the wrong thing. They're not just white people. We had black conquistadors. I'm telling you, y'all didn't care. I lost friends. I lost contacts. To this day, man, I ain't got no one to socialize like that. Sometimes I just want to walk into a building full of Christians just so I can talk Bible, family. That's how sometimes it gets. Because unfortunately, with knowing these things, you see things for what they are, and it's hard not to call them out. So people don't like that. People don't like me being so cut or direct. Oh, I just want to. No, I'm not. I'm not angry, man. This is how I speak. I'm sorry if I don't. Hola, hermanito. ¿Cómo estamos ahora? Dame un abrazo. I don't talk like that. I'm not faking this. It's just me. I've always been this way. I wasn't like this when I woke up. Since I was born, I've always had this fire. Verse 9, then I said, I will not make mention of him, nor speak any more in his name. But his word was in my heart, and I know the feeling. I'm tired, man. When I left IOIC, I was like, shit, what now? Why put me through there to take me out? Why? Then it says, but his word was in my heart as burning fire shut up in my bones. And I was weary for bearing, and I could not stay. Meaning I couldn't shut up. As much as I want to say, okay, cool, man, I ain't doing this for like a whole month. I'm not doing this. And all of a sudden, the scriptures, man, I wake up in the morning, I get this class thought or situation. And it's like, wow. And then I just start seeing scriptures, man. It's like I get there and I start writing them down. Kind of like you rappers. You know, you hear a song in your head and you just start writing it down. Start writing down what comes to your mind. You don't make it up. It's like you can't be a fake rapper. You can't be a fake singer either. You're either a real singer or you're a real rapper. You can't fake it. That stuff just comes natural. You can't learn it. It just happens. Isaiah 61. Isaiah 61 verse 1 says, and the Spirit of the Lord is upon me, because the Lord had anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. He has set me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the opening of the prisons to them that are bound. Because some of you brothers that are in these camps, maybe I am helping. maybe there was you were bound in this broken-hearted mind, like, man, I don't get it. Like, I know that you are the same people. That's all the history you know, right? It's like, we're the same people, but I just don't feel like we're the same people. I get it. Y'all are bound in these prisons, man. And it's not because we want destruction for our people. No, it's because you see that eugenics, this is spiritual eugenics, family. To proclaim the acceptable year of the Lord and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all that mourn, for you brothers that lacked, I don't know, rootness, or you were unstable, like you just didn't make sense. Hopefully what I've shown you helps. To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, because now there's clarity. Now we see like all these nations going against us. It's like, I thought we were the same people. But that's confusing. You never get rooted because they never tell you you're the people of the Bible. They say everybody else but the Hispanic. So here's what I noticed. The white nations and the black nations, right? The so-called Edomites or the Amalekites or the Canaanites, right? Or the other ones. But I'll speak about them three. They jump over $1 to save 10 cents. And that dollar is us. And the 10 cents is them. So, Lord willing, this is why the Most High did what he did. Because this is not me faking it. This is me. I don't sugarcoat shit. I never have. I've never submitted to no other nation, no matter what color you were. I never bowed down myself. Never did I look down on you either. But I never, ever, ever gave you the power or will over my spirit. And anybody that's met me knows that. Verse 3, to appoint unto them that mourn in Zion. So my love is, hopefully I can feed you some of the spirit that I got. To give them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning. Because I am tired. I ain't dealing with that. No, ain't nobody taking my root. Nobody trying to tell me that I'm not who I know I am. The garments of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness. The planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. Remember this, that they might be called trees of righteousness. The planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. And they shall build old waste. They shall rise up for the former desolations, and they shall repair the waste cities, the desolation of many generations. When you see a desolate place, it's very disappointing. Sometimes you don't want to do it. I see all my people, man, y'all desolate, man. I look back and I'm like, fuck, man, how is this going to happen? I ain't lying to you, family. Sometimes, man, I cry for y'all, man, because I don't even know what the hell, what to do. But I guess we got to do our best, huh? Let me go back to this here. That they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, that he might be glorified. That's actually a good point right now. I'm so glad it came up right now. Let me skip this here real quick. I'm gonna skip this verse. Let me put it ahead because it's a good time to do it. Give me a second, family. We're talking about that they might be called trees, right? You guys are called messengers. You guys think you're messengers. Okay. Let's see if these scriptures resonate. And if you are going through the steps, Lord willing, you are. Because it's not my job to take it all. Like I literally tell some of you brothers, man, I want y'all to do this and do it better than me. Lord willing, somebody learns and then you guys bring it out more with more thoroughness and clarity. That they might be called trees of righteousness, because when you're a tree of righteousness, then all kinds of animals tend to dwell under you. You are solid. You protect them. You lead them. You keep away all the predators, like the birds, like the doves, the innocent ones. Keep the predators away, because it gives people the animal the time to hide, right? Well, there's a reason for this. Jeremiah 4:3. Watch this real quick. Jeremiah 4:3, read this. It says, for thus saith the Lord, to the man of Judah and Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground and sow not among thorns. I've showed you this before, family. What's a fallow ground? The dry ground. Fallow ground. Dry. Break up that fallow ground. Break up that dry brain of yours. Break up that dry spirit of yours. Break up that dry spirit of yours. Break up your fallow ground and sow not among thorns. Watch this. Circumcise yourselves to the Lord and take away the foreskin of your heart, meaning your mind. Ye men of Judah and inhabitants of Jerusalem, break up your fallow ground and sow not among thorns. That's why when you read Hosea 10, it starts making sense. Hosea 10, verse 10 says this: It is my desire that I should chastise them, and the people shall be gathered together, should be gathered against them. When they, meaning the two nations, northern and southern kingdom, shall bind themselves in their two furrows. What are furrows? So let's go to this. So we see that land, fallow ground. What are furrows? These are furrows. So when you break up a fallow ground, after you've gotten rid of all the rocks and elements, you create these furrows. So it says, and the people shall be gathered against them when they shall bind themselves in their two furrows. So right now, in a sense, we were separate. But we're going to bind ourselves in these two furrows. And Ephraim, northern kingdom, is a heifer that is taught and loveth to thread out the corn. But I pass upon her fair neck. I will make Ephraim to ride, and Judah shall plow. What's plowing? Breaking up the ground, making the furrow. Making the furrows. But at the same time, you break up the ground to get rid of clods. And Ephraim is a heifer. Jacob shall break its clod. Let me read it again. And Ephraim is a heifer that is taught and loveth to tread out the corn. But I passed up over her fair neck. I will make Ephraim to ride, Judah shall plow, and Jacob shall break his clods. So this is a process. And all of this is a process, fam. If you guys ever, harvested clod of the dirt. So before you could actually harvest anything or plant any trees, you got to get rid of these rocky elements. They're probably around maybe 4 inches below the earth, sometimes 5 or 6. Okay? So you can't technically plant and grow until you get rid of the clods. So you get rid of the clods by plowing. So you get rid of the clods by plowing, you break up the ground, and then you make the furrows. These clods are like, for example, 1 Peter, guile, deceit, vanity, hypocrisy, Christianity, 12 tribes crap, fornication, thinking it's okay to have a girlfriend because you're desperate. I don't know. Watching porn and it's okay. I'm not cheating on her. Stuff like that. Misunderstanding of the scriptures, thinking you know better. Not lacking meekness, for God's sakes. Lacking discipline, because a lot of our people, that's what we lack. How to discipline ourselves. How to shut up. A lot of y'all want to be chiefs. Sow yourselves in righteousness, meaning harvest. You reap what you sow. What is sowing? Meaning sow yourself, meaning plant the seed, plant the good seed. Reap in mercy, because after you've broken the fallow ground, you've gone through the whole, that dry, that the old ways of yours. Now you can actually become like a tree. You have reaped iniquity. You have eaten the fruits of lies, because thou didst trust in thy ways and in the multitude of thy mighty men. This is why it says, subdue your own understanding. Subdue your own understanding. Now, hopefully that makes sense. And this starts clarity for y'all. Mark 2:22, and no man putteth new wine in old bottles, else the new wine doth burst the bottle, and the wine spilled, and the bottle is marred, but the new wine must be put into new bottles. Now, keep in mind that when you go through the whole plowing and breaking the clods and all that stuff, that's a rigorous work, and it's tiring, and it doesn't happen overnight. And that means you got to change everything about you. All those clods that have been in that dirt, that's a lot if you're trying to field something, like harvest. Now, consider the fact, too, that you can't put new wine in old bottles. Why? Because wine is wisdom, understanding of the scriptures. And technically, these bottles are not like glass. They're made out of leather. I'll show you. They're made out of leather, and there's a process to how these wine bottles can be reused again. You can't just pick them up and use them. You got to technically, here, I'll show you. You got to do that. You got to technically, here, let me read it. And no man put a new wine in old bottles, else the new wine does burst the bottle. And when the wine is spilled, the bottle will be marred. But the new wine must be put in new bottles. Why? Because whenever you make a wine bottle, that's the old ones, okay? That's when it's very new, that wine, that skin is elastic, very stretchable. So when you put new wine in a new skin bottle, it stretches and forms to the maximum capacity. After time of being used, it dries and it can create this cast-like, as you can see. So the leather is no longer elastic. If you try to put new wine in this bag, it'll either burst or break, and it won't hold new wine, which is why you have to use it again. You first have to dip it in oil for several months by itself. Then, after several months, you got to take this out and you got to beat it to get its elasticity once more. This is a process. Isolation, redemption through isolation. You will find strength through weakness. You will find strength to getting your ass beat. Check it.
Un odre viejo, como usted puede ver, está totalmente endurecido. Esto no soportaría nunca el vino nuevo que se expande porque ya perdió su capacidad de ser expandido. Entonces, para renovar este odre hay que suavizarlo, se sumerge en aceite por varios meses y luego tiene que golpearse para que todos estos endurecimientos vengan a ser suaves y la piel vuelva a ser expansiva.
Let me translate it for y'all that don't read Spanish just yet. You know who I'm talking about, bro? It's for you, man. In case you don't know. All right. So let's find out the process, because this is an actual process. I didn't make this up. I looked through this. I was like, bottle, because I was a professional at bottles. You can't break a bottle, man. You pour new wine, it should stay. Like, it was logical like that. It's not the bottle. So I found out. Let's go.
Odre viejo, como usted puede ver, está totalmente endurecido. Esto no soportaría nunca el vino nuevo que se expande porque ya perdió su capacidad de ser expandido. Entonces, para renovar este odre hay que suavizarlo, se sumerge en aceite por varios meses y luego tiene que golpearse para que todos estos endurecimientos vengan a ser suaves y la piel vuelva a ser expansiva. Entonces, si usted no sabía lo que era un odre viejo, este es un odre viejo.
Well, imagine if you were hard-headed, prideful, and you telling God, and you're the wine bottle, like, I don't care how much oil you put in me. I don't care how much you beat me. I ain't changing. This process is talked about in the Bible. I'll show you. Sirach, chapter 6, verse 18. It reads, my son, gather instructions from thy youth. So thou shalt find wisdom till thine old age. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. You see that? Remember scriptures that talk about that the man that the Meshiacha cleared his eyes and he said, I see men as trees walking. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, that you've done the work. And soweth meaning because you're patient, that you're ready to do the work and you're patient, that you're going to wait until the harvest comes. Like Luke 19:23. I'm going to show you this. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruit. For thou shalt not toil much in labor about her, but thou shalt eat her fruits right soon. So you're like, okay, Father, I'll wait. But hold on. Y'all don't want to wait. Y'all don't want to wait. Because look, Leviticus 19:23. And when ye shall come into the land, ye shall have planted all manner of trees for food. Then ye shall count the fruit thereof as us uncircumcised. 3 years shall it be uncircumcised unto you, and it shall not be eaten. Okay? But in the 4th year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise to the Lord withal. So the first 3 years, guess what? Guess what you're doing? You plowed and you sowed, but you're being patient. Because why? Because you technically can't eat the first fruits or the fruits the first 3 years. Can you? No, you can't. Not even in the 4th year. But on the 4th year, all the fruit thereof shall be holy to praise the Lord withal. So not even on the 4th year, you got fruit for you. But hold on a second. Sirach 6:19 said, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruit, for thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. But here it says that if you're a tree, you can't even eat the fruit of the tree the first 3 years. You can't even give it to the Most High. On the 4th year, you can, but you still can't eat it for yourself. Now, and on the 5th year, ye shall eat thereof the fruit, that it may be yield unto you, increase thereof. I am the Lord your God. Are you willing to be patient like this? If I told you it's going to take about 5 years for this whole thing, I would run. Because if you guys were serious about that, you would have gone to college already, or you would have better jobs. Those are facts. And stop complaining that you pick up sheep, bro. You effed up, just like I did. Okay, but I worked my ass to get where I'm at now. So stop complaining. If you don't want to work like a slave, you're gonna have to be, because we're all gonna have to pay taxes. That's what the scriptures say. But stop complaining. Sounding like you're boastful. You're just doing what you're supposed to do is work. But apparently, all those things. No, I'm a prophet. I'm the prophet of the Most High. I'm an elect. Really? You haven't even put yourself through the shackles, man. You're not even in verse 19. I mean, for God's sakes, verse 8 here. Look, I'm gonna read it again. Let me read it again. Hold on. Sirach 6:19. Come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. Meaning, it's not gonna be overnight. You may have to wait 4, 5, 6 years. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but that's after. But thou shalt eat her fruit right soon. Not in 1 year. Not in 2 years. If you go back to Leviticus 19:23, the first 3 years, you can't even eat that fruit. This is all parables, family. Yes, of course, it's teaching us how to harvest, but we're also trees. Wisdom, knowledge. Like, if you look at trees, they've been here forever. Then it says, she is very pleasant, she is very unpleasant to the unlearned. So, because I know this now also, because we try to help you, and this is so unpleasant to you, because you're unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. That's why you people jump to and fro. She will lie upon him as mighty stone of trial, and will cast her with him ere it be long. For wisdom is according to her name, and she will not manifest unto many. Redemption through isolation. Give ear, my son, receive my advice, and refuse not my counsel, and put thy feet into her fetters, and thy neck into her chain. This is what you guys didn't. They don't want. You don't want to do it now. This is what you guys say. Nah, I don't want this. I don't want this. It's called sacrifice, and it's not going out in the street telling the white man how bad he is. That's stupid. A chain or shackle of the feet. put thy feet into her feathers and thy neck into her chain. Redemption through isolation. If you're really about this, if you're about your father's business, you would shut up and do the damn work. But no, you're not. You're not going to put your feet through the fetters. You're not going to bow down your head. Watch it. You bow down thy shoulders and bear her. Why? Because it's not overnight. Not 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. It could be 5 years, 10 years for some of y'all. But no, you want to be chiefs now. You call yourself the elect. Bow down thy shoulders and bear her, and be not grieved with her bonds. Meaning, be not grieved when the bottle, right, the wine bottle gets dipped in oil and then taken out after several months of being drawn in there. Be not grieved with her bonds, because even after, you still got to beat that bag to find elasticity. Be not grieved with her bonds. Come unto her with thy whole heart, and keep her ways with all thy power. Why? Because this walk is not easy. I didn't choose this. Meaning, I didn't choose to be the so-called teacher, or whatever you guys call it. I didn't like reading. All of a sudden, now I read all the time. I grew up with a Bible, I guess, but I wasn't into it. I got mad at God, man. Some woman aborted my child when I was 19. I'm supposed to marry her. Thank God I don't know that woman anymore. I'm so thankful that I met somebody now that loves me very much. But that destroyed me. And I couldn't wrap my mind around why would God do that? So I said, to hell with him. And then all of a sudden, my alcoholism went crazy. So for me to go through what I went through, that's why when I went through this whole bow down thy shoulders and bear her and be not grieved with her bonds, I had nothing to lose because I was already getting my ass kicked. How much more is this going to hurt, man? There's nothing more you could do. I was already in pain. Like, well, I might as well, because I got nothing. I got nothing else left in me. Come on to her with thy whole heart. Meaning, don't BS around this. Don't reserve sins for later or be sincere. No, I'm a chosen. Because, nah, man, walk in this meekness like you're not even a son of the Most High. You're a servant, a slave. Keep her ways with all thy power. Every single example we've seen, men get chosen and then they don't really understand why. But then years later, it comes about. You start seeing your lot. But all of them bow down their shoulders, and they weren't grieved with their bonds. They came unto her with their whole heart, with their whole mind, and kept her ways with all thy powers. We know that Abraham, Isaac, Jacob did it. Moses did it. Elijah did it. Jeremiah did it. Job did it. David did it. The Messiah, of course, the Messiah did it. Paul did it. John did it. They've all done it with their whole heart. Search and seek, and she shall be made known unto thee. Search and seek what? That's what they talk about. Examine yourself. The kingdom of God dwelleth in you. If they say he's there and there, don't believe it. And she shall be made known unto thee. Why? Because the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, meaning the discipline of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. Why? Because you search and seek. How can I improve my way? How can I grow? How can I fix myself before I go to point the finger and say, all of you guys are wrong? Also, when thou hast got a hold of her, let her not go. Now, all of this is painful. And at first, like these prophets, probably didn't want to do it because this isn't easy. I mean, look what Job went through. Jeremiah, the weeping prophet. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and search and seek, and she shall be known unto thee. When thou hast got a hold of her, let her not go. For at the last thou shalt find her rest, and shalt be turned to thy joy. Then shall her fetters be a strong defense for thee, and her chains a robe of glory. Why? Because that's really the ornament. It's not the exterior part of you. It's the interior part. For there is golden ornaments upon her, and her brands are purple laced. So the whole purple and gold is not on the exterior. Just like circumcise your mind first. All of that is for shit show. I'm going to show you a scripture. I didn't want to show it. Now, let me go back. I don't want to lose my point. But there's a golden ornament upon her, and her bands are purple lace, because the glory is the fetters. The glory is the discipline. and how you can discipline your mind and discipline your spirit. You can discipline your mind and govern your spirit. That is the most powerful thing you can do. Where you can actually see your thoughts, and you're looking at yourself and your thoughts, you're paying attention to your thoughts, and you're like, you are one crazy fool. That's why, what is it, Sirach? This one. That's why I know what this is. To me, I fully understand what this is right here. Sirach 37:14. For a man's mind is sometimes one to tell him more than 7 watchmen that sit above a high tower. So I look at my mind because I understand, in a sense, there's like kind of like 2 of them, the flesh and the spiritual mind, right? And I pay attention to the spirit, the fleshly mind, and I'm like, man, it's like this, 7 watchmen. I got 7 watchmen, and my mind is literally telling me, no, I got this, I got that, you got this. Nah, bro, it's crazy. That's why when you go through the shackles, you're able to limit your thoughts. You're able to guard your mind, and you're able to understand and subdue your own thoughts. And you're able to tell yourself, I'm full of shit. I need to shut up. But if you can, you can. Keep in mind, he chooses you to elevate you, man. You know, the bad thing is that he may choose you to elevate you to show you, to put you as an example. That's the scary part. So, I'm almost done, fam. So if you're really serious about this, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, fam. Everybody can walk their own experience, and they could tell different of what they've done. I can only show you what I've done. John 7:26. But lo, he speaketh boldly, and say nothing unto him. Do the rulers know indeed that this is the very Christ? So when you have a spirit like the Meshiacha, or our Father, if you're about your Father's business, you're not going to fake your personality. You just are the way you are. And you probably chose me because I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit what people think of me. Whether you like me or not. I mean, at first I guess I did, but I really don't. I'm very happy with what I have in my life. The small friends that I do have, the brothers that I keep in contact with, you know, like my brother Solomon. Every now and then I'll talk to a brother Frankie, my brother Julio. We got another brother now that I've been chatting with. Hey, in case you're watching, Blood Man, I miss you, brother. Don't think like I don't talk. Give me a call sometime, bro, or text me and I'll hit you up. Don't think I mind talking to you, brothers. I don't, man, because I do sense the spirit. We got the spirit of boldness. Now, when they saw the boldness of Peter and John and perceived that they were unlearned and ignorant men, they marveled that they took knowledge of them, that they had been with the Messiah. Why? Because I am unlearned and I am ignorant. You're right. I don't know shit. But you can't take the spirit from me. I don't care what you say to me. You can come on this channel and tell me, you know you're not an Israelite, right? Okay. Oh, you know you're a heathen, right? Okay. You know you're a Mongolian, right? Okay. That means nothing to me. And that's why I understand now why the isolation. To go through what I went through, I'm not afraid of much things, fam. I'm really not. And I'm not talking about just because I've had a lot of street fights and stuff. People in the hole know the kind of man I was in Oceanside, where I'm from. They knew me by big C's, basically. And I can see why now he isn't going to replace everything about you, because you can't. The essence of you is you. If you of the Most High, you're going to walk with the Spirit, and you're going to talk like with the Spirit. And I'm sorry, I may be rude in speech, but I am not rude in knowledge. Acts 16:26, it says, and he began to speak boldly in the synagogue, whom when Aquila and Priscilla had heard, they took him unto them and expound unto him the way of God more perfectly. So now here we see, talking about Apollo, I believe, he only knew as far as John. Yeah. It is better to build than to talk about building, to establish a solid foundation for a long term. Exactly, man. Exactly, bro. And you know, that's why I'm in communication with you, brothers, because that's what I want. And it takes time. The Bible says, prove a friend. All these things matter, man. And that's the actions that one takes I ain't lying to you, bro. I sometimes, man, I'm going to fly over there to see you, Meshi. Same thing with you, Julio. Same thing with you, Al. Same thing with you, Solomon. I ain't lying, bro. I have thoughts and like, yeah, I'm going to go there. Once I settle some of the things that I'm clearing through. But anyway, let me go back. And he began to speak boldly in the synagogue. So here we see Apollos only knew as far as John understood him, taught him. But they saw that he spoke boldly. Why? Because he spoke with the same spirit. Remember, John and the Messiah were, in a sense, cohesively working together. One was supposed to descend. The other one was supposed to increase. So here we see that the spirit of boldness is not something that you are taught. You're given that. So I'm not trying to be a chief. I don't want to be. Shit, I'll if I was in a building, and matter of fact, IUSC can say this, I clean their bathrooms often. And I did it like the best thing I could do. I was like, man, I'm going to do this like to the T, bro. Because that's just how I roll. Scriptures talk about, man, if you're responsible on the smallest things, imagine how responsible you'll be on the biggest things. I don't want responsibility, man. I could barely handle myself. Philippians 1:14, and many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing company with my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. So now, if you are about this business, well then, come show it. Ecclesiastes 20:32, necessary patience is seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide. Hey, for real, man. So that's why, and you know, that's a good scripture. That's why earlier I showed you guys the scripture that it said, you know how, which one is it? Hold up. Which one is it? Hold on a second. Give me a second, man. It was let's see, Holly, how much less to dwell in the house foundation. You reminded me of it, bro. Hold on a second. Let me see. Hold on. Lord, the patience better than he that without life and a guide. Watch this real quick. Follow. Is this? Okay, I will cause not my anger to fall upon you. Merciful Moses invented God prophet. The Lord is. Man, I can't remember the scripture, bro. You reminded me of something. Anyhow, let me continue, but I'll try to remember it. Anyway, and many of the brethren in the Lord, waxing confident by my bonds, are much more bold to speak the word without fear. So, why do I read that? Because if you guys are really about this, well, I'm gonna show you something then, and that's it. Because that's why I'm not gonna hold back. Once I found out, and when I found out about Habakkuk and all these things, these other nations doing these things, and I'm like, man, it's not just the white man. I couldn't keep it to myself. Now you guys gonna hate me. Hate me, I don't care. But you want to know something? I'll read this. Deuteronomy 18:22. When the prophet speaketh in the name of the Lord, if the thing follow not, nor come to pass, that it is the thing which the Lord had not spoken. Now, last year I said, watch this. You're going to start hearing a lot of people talk about this now. About black conquistadors and all these things, right? Just saying. Verse 20, but the prophet which shall presume to speak a word in my name, which I have not commanded him to speak, or that shall speak in the name of the other gods, even that prophet shall die. So all One West taught that the end of the world was in 2000. Now they're updating it. I'll show you. Man, I'll show you. Man, I ain't lying, bro. We got an update. Update. Here, let me see. This brother right here's got some good. That's funny, man. He's exposing these dudes. And I guess they had a day. Listen, and like they say, the Trojan horse, it's always from the inside. Remember, destruction comes from the inside. Comes from the inside. Here it goes right here.
Critiques have been that it's based on just tourism.
Purple has strong ties to a very influential
I'm just a natural.
Here to us.
I just wanted to go to Ghana for the past couple of years because everybody was just telling me how
cases are long before 1619.
Akotoban 4 has placed the sculptures in Adafoa, which was a major slave market in the 19th century when the region was under British rule.
Back in 2019, that was the actual 400th year where the first slave landed in America back in 16.
That means 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So in 2019, it should be the redemption, the black man from the sky. So now it's 2019. But back, these guys were saying it was in 2000. The Lord's coming in 2000. Yo, Lord, destroy them. You're coming in 2000. But now we got an update. Here we go.
The year of return is a fraud.
And the 2019 year of return is a sign. It's an end sign for the nations. And it just so happens that right around 2019, the Panafest and all these black people going to Ghana visiting, and it created all this money flowing into Ghana.
See what I'm saying? But you guys are all, look, 1967 prophetic Exodus. The Bible says that if they come and prophesy.
Minute, something ain't right.
400 years.
Understand that for 400 years, they have maintained that advantage.
Hold up. Wait a minute. Something ain't right.
400 years, then judgment. I was reminded the other day that I had not done a message this year on the 400.
To this, your descendants from the land of their exile. So I will surely save out of that distant place. Later on, however, it produces harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained in it. Then we just
2019. Everything has gone upside down. And shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. There's your 60.
But this is the show. Okay. All right. Anyways, so listen, brothers and sisters, if you guys really believe that you are called upon the Most High, it's not going to be overnight.
Touchy.
Okay. I'm going to tell you that right now. Be patient and meek. But anyways, I'm going to finish this up, fam. I got a message. So I have no idea what the hell this is. I mean, literally, hey, listen, if anybody has any scriptures for this, because I'm going to touch on the Purple Gang a little bit. But this is new to me. Now there's something called NPC now. And guess who it is? This is crazy, man. Apparently these people, they're like computers or something. They try to act like computers. Check it.
Touchy. Ooh, a Bugatti. What color is it? Another girlfriend? Yummy. Haram. Touchy, touchy, touchy. Woo, Matrix attack. Woo. House arrest. Free Touchy, free Touchy, free Touchy.
The NPC meta has taken over TikTok. The latest TikTok trend is behaving like an NPC. So how does it work? Well, you can donate money on TikTok through certain tokens. There are ice creams, cowboys, roses and whatnot. In the videos or streams, you make typical NPC movements until someone redeems these tokens.
Hey, thanks for the rose. 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 Hey, 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 thanks for the rose. Hey, thanks for the rose.
Once that happens, the streamer makes a repetitive motion and sentence.
Take your I don't know. Take your take your I am. Ooh, ooh, yes.
Simple enough, and it's working. TikToker Nerdy Winter made $700 in her first 3-hour NPC stream. She adds that already established NPC streamers are making $2,000 to $4,000 per stream.
Roses. 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 Please. I like chicken.
Hello, I am AI.
GG.
Because Ecclesiastes, is it Sirach or, hold on, let me see. Hold on a second, bro. Hey, this is crazy, man. Oh my dear God. I searched to determine the wisdom. I apply my heart to know. Here he goes. Let me read it here. Oh, I'll read it there. I searched everywhere. Ecclesiastes 7:25. I searched everywhere, determined to find wisdom and to understand the reasons for things. I was determined to prove to myself that wickedness is stupid and that foolishness is madness. Hey, hold on. I got that one. That's a good one, bro. Because this is madness, bro. And we're going to read a little bit right now, too. Let's go.
Thank you for the share.
Look at all the butterflies. Gang, gang. Gang, gang. Is that a gummy bear? Squish! squishy. I love ice cream. Glizzy. Roses smell so good.
Yum! Yum! A hot dog! Yum! 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 Gag gag! Gag gag! Gag gag! A lollipop! I love to suck on lollipops.
Marshmallow. Crunchy corn. Yum! Kitty paws. Pumpkin. Yum! Now spicy. Ice cream. Yum! Kitty paws. Ice cream. Yum! Once we get to 350, I'll leave. I promise. Stinky swear. Now spicy. Hot dog. Yum!
What the hell is going on with this world, family? Man, I'm gonna tell you something. Woo! Call it for what it is, family. And you know damn well then we need to stop talking about like, oh, it's just this civilization, these children. No. It's not that. It's this right here. Iraq 26:23. Y'all need to stop paying attention. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man, meaning these women are a reflection of the men. I don't even want to read the end part because a lot of you fools don't deserve this. You like to boast this. Oh, I got a woman. Yeah, but you don't have a woman. You're all alone because you whack. You don't know how to be a husband. You don't know how to be a leader. You think that by yelling at other people or yelling at your children, which I made the mistakes, that's what you are. You pay the bills, you work hard. Nah, man. A wicked woman is given as a portion to a wicked man. So now, let me finish it with this video here. And I'm going to show you something.
Have you tried?
As I said before, last year, I was bringing these things out. And there was other brothers that were calling these guys Canaanites, right? But there wasn't really people connecting the two of them. Meaning like scriptures and Canaanites. It almost seemed like it was all emotional. Which I understand. Maybe at first it was not necessarily emotional, but you couldn't really prove it. But now we do. Now we can. And I said this last year that there's going to, watch this, more people are going to talk about this more and more and more. And what I've shared so far has come true. Remember, I showed y'all, and nobody, I don't know why, nobody wants to touch this, okay? Now nobody wants to touch this. Habakkuk 1:8. Their horses are swifter than leopards, and they're more fierce than the evening wolves. In 711, the Europeans wrote that this is how the Africans came in to Spain. The Moors came, black eyes and something like that, and with horses swift as leopards, more fierce than evening wolves, or sheepfold, or something like that. I showed you guys. Habakkuk. It's called from the golden age of the Moors. And verse 5 says, "Behold, ye among the heathen regard and wonder marvelously." Here, read it. I'll read it like this. "Then the Lord said to his people," meaning us, "keep watching the nations around you, and you will be astonished at what you see. I'm going to do something that you will not believe when you hear about it." And when I was sharing this with you guys are calling me a racist. I don't know what I'm talking about. But now we got them admitting it. Let's go.
1621 aboard the ship James. The Virginia muster, or census, of 1624 lists his name as Antonio, not given, and he was recorded as a Negro in the notes column and indentured. Antonio, later Anthony, was bought by a colonist in Virginia, but treated as an indentured servant, which was not unusual, and Antonio worked for a merchant at the Virginia Company, and he became a Catholic. Johnson was sold as an indentured servant to a white planter named Bennett to work on his Virginia tobacco farm. Technically, he was not a slave, because the slave laws were not passed until 1661 in Virginia.
This hurts, man.
Date, Africans were not officially considered.
So now pay attention. At first I was going to be like, but no, you know what? I actually respect the kid, because that is the difficulty for you so-called black Americans. This is a hard pill to a very hard pill to swallow. This is your reality. That's why when I see these stupid camps telling the white man what they did, bro, you're not the people of the book. So imagine how the Most High is going to punish you. The audacity to think that you are the people. Don't assume that. And yet assume it and then think you are all proud, full, and mighty. And anyway, let's go.
Considered to be slaves.
This hurts, man. Like, and the reason it hurts is because when you're taught about slavery within schools, you're kind of taught with a morality undertone. And what do I mean by that? It's taught from the perspective that the reason that slavery was so prominent in the United States is because white Americans were less moral than others. And the whole Eurocentric culture is just by far less moral. That's the perspective that is usually taught from. The reason that I'm bringing this up is not to denounce anyone or make anyone feel less than, but I'm just being 100% transparent here. So when I watch something like this and you hear about black slave owners, stuff like that, in the United States, it kind of hurts to listen to because you're like, I don't even know how to explain it.
See my point, family. This is my point, family. And I'm not dissing the young man. No, not at all. I understand that. And this is what I've been sharing with you guys the whole entire time. You cannot look at things like how we were once looking at it. You have to open your eyes for reality for what it is. That's why when I started digging into this history, I had to accept, listen, I may not be Israel. And if I ain't, I ain't. When I did the DNA thing, I was like, man, I was afraid. Like, man, what if it shows like I'm half European? All praise to the Most High. But I didn't do that. I went all wholehearted with this. Hold on, let me read this real quick, bro, before I get you. The whole world sees America. You think this NPC trend is bad, then you got to see those zombie cities. People are dead inside, hopeless. Hey, send me a text. I think you're talking about Philadelphia. But send me a text. Send me a link, bro. Proverbs 13:10. Only by pride cometh contention, but with the well-advised is wisdom. You see, so this kid is wise. He's like, bro, I just can't wrap my mind around it, man. I realized that they taught me incorrectly, and he's not the only one. We were all taught this thing. We were all taught that it was just the widow that did this. So obviously, you're going to be like, yeah, you're right. We're the same people, and they didn't. No. The funny part is this. I'm going to let it play a little bit, but this is what I see. All of a sudden, somebody put this thing here saying like, oh, Native Americans were also slave owners, and people don't seem to speak on that neither. Oh, my dear Jesus. You see, and you're like, can you imagine what would happen if they really taught this history? Yada, 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 yada. And I'm like, the whole entire time, do you guys realize that if black folks enslave people and white folks enslave people, then who the fuck are they enslaving? Did you guys think of that? No, they didn't think of that, did they? So, you guys call me racist, but we see a young kid here he's not saying I'm racist. No, he's saying, man, this is a hard pill to swallow. How do you get around that? How do you deal with that? How do you explain that to yourself, for God's sakes? How do you say, bro, listen, like if I'm finding out that my father and mother had slaves, y'all will know. I will close this channel and you'll never hear from me ever again. Because I'd be a hypocrite. I'd rather just like, man, you know what? That's the case, bro. I don't know what I would do. I honestly do not know what I would do because that's scary as hell. I'm going to show you this real quick because I think about that. Like, okay, so if you guys were over here seeing and acknowledging that you guys were not the people that were enslaved, right? Then what the hell is all this? Partis sequitur ventrum, right? Indian mulattoes suit for freedom. Indian. Watch this real quick. Let me read this here. Right here. No, that's not it. Oh, this is it right here. It says on the second paragraph, the judicial cases concerning slavery. I think it was written in 1830 something. The Indians were brought in and held in slavery for many years subsequent to 1682. It is indicated by the evidence of the witnesses and assertions of the counsel in case brought from 90 to 150 years later, and by acts passed in 18th century. Robin and others who were brought in action in 1772 to try their titles to freedom were descendants of Indian women brought into this country by traders at several times between the years of 1682 and 1748, and by them sold as slaves under the Act of Assembly made in 1682. Mason counsel for the plaintiff asserts that hundreds of descendants of Indians brought in between 1682 and 1684 have obtained their freedom on actions brought in this court. And in case of Henry in June 1772, the court gave judgment against many descendants of Indians introduced and held as slaves between 1682 and 1705. That many Indians were reduced to slavery between 1691 and 1705 is shown by Henling's assertion that thousands of their descendants, were deprived of their liberty when they sued for it later on. Does this not matter to you? Then it says here, page 63. However, the colonists did not depend on traffic or kidnapping for their supplies of Indian slaves. Matter of fact, let me download it so you guys can see it. So you can see I'm not gonna let this one slip by. Y'all gotta read this. Because everybody seems like, oh yeah, I just can't get it. Okay, well, let's find out who you were enslaving. However, the colonists did not depend on traffic or kidnapping their supply of Indian slaves, but took the enemy pagan by their own progress in war. Remember the doctrine of discovery, and enslaved him long before the passage of the Virginia Act of 1676 or 1679, when forces were being raised in Maryland in 1652 for a march against the Eastern Shore Indians. Who was marching against them? Not just white people, black folks too. Let me open this up. Okay. Then it says here, the Eastern Shore, such Indian prisoners as shall happen to be taken are declared the spoils of those who finance the expedition. Jewish finance these expeditions, by the way. Sephardic Jews at that. Indians were also reduced to slavery in punishment for crime. Now, read this here. Remember, the point is this. Everybody was all now, I guess, and I understand, kid. I get it. But now you got to wonder, who the hell were you enslaving then? I'll show you. Let me show you. Thus, we have shown that the first slaves in the colony of Virginia were Indians, not Negroes. Gotcha, bitch. Now, somebody, please. You got to tell me why you're ignoring this. Does that matter to you guys? So we understand now that black folks and white folks had slaves. So who the fucking slaves were? We were seeing it right here. We have shown that the first slaves in the colony of Virginia were Indians, not Negroes. Because Virginia, Dutch company, was ran by who? King James. Oh, and by the way, speaking of this devil, watch what I got for y'all. Speaking of this devil, I'm going to give you guys a beautiful book. And I hope you enjoy it because I think it's wonderful. And I need to show it to y'all. Oh, no, that's not it. Hold on a second. Oh, I thought I had it. Hold on. No, I got it. I got it. Let me see. Oh, is this it? Where is it? I'm going to give you guys the link. I found something very interesting, fam. I just remembered now. But it's okay. It's okay. Let me see if I can find it. There we go. This right here. Y'all not gonna believe this. Y'all gonna believe this. Not gonna believe this. And I've showed you guys King James is a Saracen, right? A North African Saracen. And they're like all about King James. Oh, King James, he's my puppy. Okay, well, let's find out. King James wrote the first demonology. What? Wait. Yeah, King James wrote about demons. Demonology. Enjoy that book because I'm reading it. So let's read again. Thus, we have shown that the first slaves in the colony of Virginia were Indians, not Negroes. And partis sequitur ventrum was a law passed to enslave Indian women only, perpetual slavery. And on top of that, guess what? On top of that, let me just say, on top of that, okay? It was their kids forever. And they say, oh, partis sequitur ventrum was for Negroes. No, it was towards all women, Indian women. It says here, the practice of colonists in accordance with their laws is illustrated by the case in the courts of Virginia and Maryland from 1627 to 1831. Remember the book I showed you in 1830? There was Negro slave owners, okay? In 1627, some Indians of Carib Islands were brought into the country, Virginia, by Captain Sampson, but the experiment was too disastrous to warrant repetition, at least on a whole scale. Besides the trafficking in Indian slaves between Virginia and Maryland colonies mentioned above, Maryland court records contain that instances of Indian slavery. In 1648, complains that Captain Edward Hill had not delivered him 2 Indian boys who had covenanted to deliver. What do you Blackfoot's going to say that you guys are the people here? In later history, Indian slavery in Virginia, it is the female Indian slave who is prominent as the ancestress of slaves petitioning for freedom. For if she had been enslaved unlawfully, her descendants and the female were free, in accordance to the axiom of the civil law, partis sequitur ventrum, which accepted generally, except in Maryland, from years 1664 to 1681. This law was passed in 1661. Let's go.
About black slave owners, stuff like that, in the United States, it kind of hurts to listen to because you're like, I don't even know how to explain it, the pain. It just hurts. I can't even explain it. Like, I can't even put it in the real words, what I feel right now, but.
You see what I'm saying, family? This is a difficult pill to swallow. I understand. It's not easy. But, you know, the thing about us so-called Hispanics is we're kind of used to that. People that look like us, and they're the ones that F us over. So welcome to reality. Now it's time that you examine yourself, and you can't go about skin tone anymore. Stop blaming the white people, man. If I were you, if you are our people, I would just stop blaming the white people and just start blaming you. Maybe, just maybe, you might get it. You're mad at the belt. You're mad at your papi's belt. Oh, daddy, that belt, I hate it. It's so mean to me. Why are you hating the belt, man? It's your fault. 1 Kings 22:23, and it reads, now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these and thy prophets, and the Lord hath spoken evil concerning thee. Man, I don't have Discord. I'll make one. I will link the book there. As a matter of fact, you know what? I'm gonna start trying to get the link Discord again, man, because we were trying to do that at one point. And apparently they hold on a second. Why is it doing this, man? See, this is what I don't like. I don't know why it does that. It doesn't matter. I'm done almost. Anyways. Give me a second. Well, no, that's not what I want. Come on, bro. It's gonna show commercial. Okay. Let me read that again, bro. Shoot. Sorry, man. I lost my train of thought. 22:23, it says, now therefore, behold, the Lord hath put a lying spirit in the mouth of these and thy prophets. Here, I'll show you. That's true. Hey, Meshiacha, I appreciate you, man, for that, by the way, the email you sent. It's heavy, bro. Watch this. I'm going to show you guys. Watch. Para que vean. You tell me if these are righteous prophets, all right? I'm not saying it. This is them. I'm not putting it in their mouth. I'm not making stories up. That's them. Okay? And by the way, that's your money.
The witch find the general, you got a witch, I'm burning their behinds up. And today show is sponsored by Common Sense. I can explain it to you, but I can't understand it for you. Somebody need to make a real company called Simon Sense. But yo, look at where, check this out, y'all. Y'all see anybody look familiar in here? Look, y'all look real quick though. Right there. Y'all see that? Yeah, keep looking. Look again, y'all. Look. Y'all see anybody look familiar? Right there. Lord have mercy. Alice out here making it rain with y'all goddamn tithes money. Alice out here making it rain with y'all tithes money. Ain't this something? Hey, look, ain't no black strippers in there. Ain't no black ones. You making what the scripture say you ain't supposed to do? Make whores out of the daughters of Zion. Don't the scriptures tell you that? What Alice are doing up in here? Look. I don't see no Edomites. I don't see no Moabites, no Ammonites, none of that. All I see is a bunch of Judite women. And look at Alizar. The coochie must be stank. The coochie up in there stank.
Hey, you gotta admit, that's funny, man. Oh my God. He said it must have stank. Let's go.
And Alizar sit up in his wickedness. He fanning the flames off his wicked behind. Look out. Fanning the flames off. Lord have mercy. Look at the money, y'all. Look at the money. Look at the money, y'all. Look at the money. Look at the money. Look at the money, y'all. And then with the look at the boy, the pants on around his ankles. That don't make no damn sense, boy. You sit up in there. Well, I forgot Alizar like snacking off. He be looking at dudes to snack off with. I forgot about that. I'm on the hunt for that video. I'm gonna get that video. Alizar, I'm gonna find that video. You know what I mentioned it? You would have took that shit down off of Vimeo, nigga. You already know what time it is with somebody. Look at all that money, y'all. That's all y'all Tights money. Lord have mercy. We got brothers working at Burger King. You got brothers working at Sam's Club and BJ's and Lowe's.
Isaiah 8:20. The law and to the law, to the testimony. If they speak not according to this word, it is because there is no light in them. So remember, when you turn darkness into light and light into darkness, it expresses itself. And also the script. As a matter of fact, you know what? That's a perfect scripture, brother. It reminds me of this. I don't know why the Most High put it out there. All praise to the Father. 44. Let me not lose it. 44, 45. 44 verse 9. Oh yeah, Isaiah 44:9. They that make a graven image are all of them. They that make a graven image are all of them vanity. All of them. And their delectable things shall not profit. And they are their own witnesses. They see not, nor that they may be ashamed. They're not ashamed.
Depot, you got brothers delivering pizzas. You got brothers doing Uber, working hard on the goddamn clock. So y'all can give y'all money to this nigga right here and he can do this with it. Look, that's all y'all Tights money. That's why the Most High said, store your treasures in heaven. Don't give these niggas shit. Man, shit. Ain't this some shit right here? I ain't never seen that like before in my life. I swear for God. I swear, look at all that money, yo. Look at all that damn money. Lord have mercy. And it's going to give it away to the harlots. Lord have mercy, Jesus. Hold on. Let me. Wait, he fanning the nasty coochie up in there. Nothing nasty. I don't even like black strippers anyway. That shit, never did. They had bullet wounds and shit. I don't even be looking at no bitch with no bullet wounds and stab wounds in their ass and shit. I just figure out a lot of those things I be thinking the bullet wounds and shit. That be the bitches be getting their ass fucking done. How would that shit be? I'm straight. Look, there you go. Wait. It's ranking there. Ranking that motherfucker. Ranking that motherfucker. I can't please. It's raining, goddamn. Alizar. Day too. Alizar, he be letting his members get prostitutes. Strippers. Lord have mercy, Jesus. And somebody just got through telling me yesterday too. Alizar, he be letting his members get prostitutes. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. Alizar. And thank you, Mr. Israelite dude. Daria Kashar. When are you gonna leave the coat? When are you gonna leave the coat, bro? When you gonna wise up? You got the scriptures and everything ready. Them that sin, rebuke before all. And others may also fail. Yeah, you goddamn right. You goddamn right. That what Killer B be doing. Don't you be seeing him ducking and hiding and shit? Oh, but there is.
Hey, and these are facts, fam. To the law and to the testimony, if they speak not according to this word, it is because there's no light in them. These guys are idolatry, imagery, power, no repentance. Yeah, I believe. Hey, all will be. Yeah, I believe he has one. Rick has one, man. Yeah, that's right, Rick. He's a very computer dude, man. Let me show you this real quick. Okay. So you guys want to supposedly be the messenger. I'm not trying to put hate on people, man. I'm just trying to give you guys what I find. Nate the Snake. That man's a millionaire, fam. Okay. Now, remember the whole Divine Nine of the, the whole Divine Nine, right? The Black fraternity. Okay, watch this. Let me show you this. That Black fraternity originated in Brown University. Brown University is the original fraternity. Okay? It's just Wikipedia, but you can find it. They started the Divine Nine. Now, check this out. Out of this, Pan-Hellenic Council. Pan-Hellenic, and we know that Hellenism is Black Greek organized letter. What more y'all want, man? Y'all want to continue with this shit? There is a connection with all of them. He got his university, his bachelor's at Brown University, where a lot of these fools came out of, where they study Pan-Hellenic Council, the Divine Nine. Purple and gold, purple and gold. You mean to tell me that you're purple and gold? But no, you're gonna come to this channel and say that we are a show and that I'm not saying anything. Okay, well, let this young man teach you guys, because he seems to be brighter than some of you Mexicans that claim to be Israel. All stuck on it, calling yourselves Issacharites. No shit about Mexico.
By his benefactor and the existing documents, Anthony was nearly killed in the Indian Massacre of 1622 when the Powhatan Indians attacked colonists in the Tidewater region of Virginia. On Good Friday, they raided the settlement, including the Bennett farm, where Antonio worked, and killed 52 of the 57 men present. Antonio apparently fought back and was wounded and earned the esteem of his master. In 1620, could not and did not apply to them, even if they converted, as Anthony Johnson did.
What?
On July 24, 1651, Johnson acquired 200.
That was just a racist law, because it said even if they converted to Christian, that was just, we all know that law was crap.
150 acres of land under the existing headright system. When he bought the contracts of
under the existing headright system. Headright. Oh, matter of fact, let me give you guys that link real quick. Y'all can have it. Boom. Watch this real quick. Headright system. It was a legal, headright refers to legal grant of land given to settlers during the period of European colonization. Headright includes both grant and lot owners. So that's why the 13 colonies, the Virginia colony, the one that King James ran, they passed these laws. And you would get from 1 to 1,000 acres for every so-called indentured servant you would get. Indentured labor. We read in the other book, in this one here, that it was perpetual slavery for the natives. But for the Negroes, you guys had indentured servitude. But you're going to come here and tell me we're the same people. Matter of fact, check this out. What's his name? This guy here. This guy here now.
Keep it quilted me.
He is promoting.
Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my home /chat.
He's promoting this stuff now. Watch this.
We got the first caller. What's your name and what city are you calling from?
What's up? I'm from California, Jerusalem.
How you doing, bro?
I'm from Jerusalem.
Oh,
wow. I'm a real Israelite.
You know, now I know who this guy is. He's that dumb kid, that dirty water. No wonder, bro. Now check what a stupid representation. Oh man, y'all make it so easy for these heathens to completely outdo you. Yo, the water, listen. Shut up, man. You don't speak right. You don't even act right. You don't even think right, bro. I think you have issues. With all due respect, just telling you, man, just sit back. Wow, bro. Check this out. I'll just play it.
I have a question though.
Yeah.
You're talking about the Hispanics. You say that they're devils, like this and that. You know, our people are Hispanics. The modern day Hispanics are our people. You're a Hispanic, bro. All right. So you say, and we're Israelites. The people that came from Spain in 1492 and mixed with the natives are the standard. These people are lying to you, bro. Literally, bro. They're playing you, selling out to our people. What is that, bro?
Okay,
and the
so
fake New Testament is fake, homie.
you want
All right, homie. I'm telling you the truth. Don't sell out, bro. I'm telling you the truth, bro. All right. Why you selling out?
You want me to answer that or not? Or are you gonna keep talking?
Yeah, answer it, bro.
Okay. Well,
And
don't
believe what they say.
You gotta stay quiet for me to answer. So you.
You see? Which is true. Which is true. You got to stay quiet for him to answer. Now, I wasn't aware that it was this dumb kid. I guess I could understand now why. But look.
Another thing, because I know I'm from South Central, right?
Yeah.
I know we all from LA. Well, I don't know, you from LA too? Yeah, so, and I know we all kind of got like, gang ties.
Right.
To a certain extent.
What are you trying to say, bro?
But it was interesting to me because when I got in the truth, the whole intertribal thing that we got, as so-called blacks and Hispanics in LA, it kind of made sense because the Bible.
It kind of made sense. Oh, okay. Maybe marvelous. Maybe, well, he's going to be on live tonight, fam. So I'm going to try to call in. In case you're not aware of this, I'm going to try to call in. I'm not trying to call attention to this, but I need him to answer this here. If we are the same people, okay. So then this is from a black man. While the number of African explorers is impossible to determine, they participated in some way in virtually all of the Spanish expeditions in the New World in the 16th century. These black conquistadors set an example for subsequent racial relations throughout the entire Spanish colonial experience, living their daily lives with degrees of complexity, meaning, unlike us, they had it good. Rarely would be achieved by black men and women in early English settlements in the Caribbean and North America. Indeed, wherever Spain set its flag of conquest in the Americas, Africans helped hold the pennant. They participated in the exploration of the lands that would become modern-day Mexico, Costa Rica, Honduras, Panama, Venezuela, Peru, Chile, as well as Florida, Arizona, New Mexico, Texas. Men such as Juan Garrido, Esteban, Juan Rodriguez, Gaspar Yanga. We're the same people. So again, fam, if you guys want to be in this so-called seat, no one's stopping you. Come do the work. So now let me finish it with this. And that's all I got. And that's all I got for y'all. I'm going to go to, I'm going to read it. You guys can go to Jubilees. Okay. Let's see. Would it be 21? Well, it says 21 here. Let me see if I can get it. Let's see if I can get it. And then I'll finish it with this, man. That's it. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not continuing because that's pretty much all I got. But let's go to the book, Jubilees. And the Most High warned us. He warned us specifically who not to deal with. He warned us specifically who not to deal with. Okay? But no, you guys don't want to listen. Fine. Okay, watch this. He goes right here. Verse, observe, is this one? My son, the other works of children. Let's see. I see my son. Here goes. So it's Jubilees, believe 21 or Jubilees 21:27. I see my son, that all the works of the children of men are sin and wickedness, and all their deeds are uncleanness and an abomination and a pollution, and there's no righteousness with them, the children of men. Okay? Y'all know who I'm talking about here. Beware lest thou shouldest walk in their ways and tread in their path and sin unto death before the Most High. Okay? So he told us to stay away from these wicked ass people. Else he will hide his face from thee and give thee back into the hands of the transgression and root thee out of the land, and thy seed likewise from under heaven, and thy name and thy seed shall perish from the whole earth. So don't follow their ways. Turn away from all their deeds and all their uncleanness, and observe the ordinance of the Most High God, and do his will, and be upright in all things. In all things. Let me go to 20. Watch this real quick. I'm going to go to the beginning. It says here, that day, what am I looking for? Okay, verse 3. Jubilees 20 and 3. Look what it says. That they should circumcise their sons according to the covenant which he made with them, and not deviate to the right hand or the left of all the path which the Lord hath commanded us. And that we should keep ourselves from all fornication and uncleanness, and renounce from among us all fornication and uncleanness. If any woman or maid commit fornication among you, burn her with fire, and let them not commit fornication with her father after their eyes and their hearts. And let them not take to themselves wives from the daughters of Canaan. Why? For the seed of Canaan will be rooted out of the land. He goes, and he told them of the judgment of the giants and the judgment of the Sodomites, how they had been judged on the account of their wickedness, and had died on the account of their fornication and uncleanness. Fornication and uncleanness. Okay? So we see this. And where's it at? Hold on a second. And one made fornication through the fornication heart, and that then takes over and consecrated with the land. Did I pass it? Do it in the land. And he told them the judgment of the giants and the judgment of the Sodomites, how they had been judged on the account of their wickedness, and had died on the account of their fornication and uncleanness. Why does it say uncleanness? Because that is the spirit of Canaan. It may be offensive to you, but those are facts. Verse 3, look what it says. And let them not take themselves wives from the daughters of Canaan, for the seed of Canaan will be rooted out of the land. Now, it says here, in what I got, Jubilees 20 and 3, let me see how it reads it here. That they should circumcise, oh, here it goes. That they should circumcise their sons according to the covenant which he had made with them, and not deviate to the right hand or the left hand of all the paths which the Lord had commanded us. That we should keep ourselves from all the fornications and uncleanness, and renounce from among us all fornication and uncleanness. And if any woman or maid corrupt, let them not take the woman from the daughters of Canaan, for the seed of Canaan will be rooted out. Why? Because of their uncleanness and corruption. Verse 5 says that. He includes it with the giants. And he told them of the judgment of the giants and the judgment of the Sodomites, how they had been judged on the accounts of their wickedness, and had died on the account of their fornication and uncleanness. This isn't me saying it, it's the Bible. Ezekiel 19, 29, and then I got one more, and that's it. I want to show you something to you. And I'll praise to you, brother, that sent it to me. 16:29. Watch what it reads. Thou hast moreover multiplied thy fornication in the land of Canaan unto Chaldea, and yet thou hast not satisfied herewith. So we constantly see that there's one nation of people that the Most High says, don't F with them. Don't mess with them. Let me get that one. First Ezra 4:37. It says, wine is wicked, the king is wicked, women are wicked, and all the children of men are wicked, and such are all of their wicked works. And there's no truth in them, and their unrighteousness also show they perish. As for the truth, it endureth. It's and always strong. It liveth and conquereth forever. With her, there is no accepting of persons or rewards. No accepting, meaning no respecter of people. Or nor do we want gifts to convince us to not talk about this. But she does the things that are just, and refrain from all unjust and wicked things, meaning lying. That's why she does the things that are just, whether we like it or not. If you're a messenger, you're going to have to say it. And all men do well like of her works. All men do well and likes of her works. Let me read this to you guys real quick, fam. My brother sent this to me, and I just want to share it with y'all. Let me see if I can pull it. Now, I'm still reading this book. And I'm in chapter 20, I believe. But the brother sent this, and I thought it was very interesting. Very, very interesting, fam. Let me see if I can actually get it. And then I'll end it with this. And it's let me see where you at. Chapter. Nah, I'm not gonna find it here. Let me see if it's chapter something. Book of Enoch. The blessing Enoch. Hold on. 8. Give me a second, family. Anyways, hold on. Maybe I'll find it like this. There we go. Watch this, family. This really blew my mind. Okay, watch this real quick. This is in Enoch, chapter 98. Now I swear to you, the wise and the foolish, that you will see many things on the earth. For you men will put on yourselves more adornments than a woman, and more colored garments than a girl, clothed in sovereignty, and in majesty, and in power, and silver, and gold, and purple, and honors, and food will be poured out like water. Because of this, they will have neither knowledge nor wisdom. And through this, they will be destroyed, together with their possessions, and with all their glory in their honor. And in shame, and in slaughter, and in great destitution, their spirit will be thrown into the fiery furnace. Why? Watch this. These guys think they're kings, right? They're gold and purple. They dressed in these fancy garments. And Enoch said, because of, it says here, for you men will put on yourselves more adornments than women, and more colored garments than a girl. Damn. Women in more colored garments than a girl. Look at this. And more colored garments than a girl. The Bible is, man, you guys would be crazy to tell me that some of these things, no, I don't believe that. Look, for you men will put on yourselves more adornments than women, and more colored garments than a girl, clothed in sovereignty, and in majesty, and in power, and silver, and in gold, and in purple. Book says that you won't have any. You'll be destroyed. So, with that, that's all I got. All right. Anyways, I appreciate you guys being here, man. Let's see. Hold on. Let me put the link up. See who wants to join in. My bad, bro. I'll be around for like a few minutes. It's 6 o'clock. My new moon is ending in a few hours. It's a beautiful rest day, fam. I hope you guys watched the class yesterday, because I don't know why you guys don't watch it. I mean, it's literally, I'm trying to help you guys. You know, keeping the Sabbath as best as you can. Hey, Rick, I know that you had asked for that, man. You know what's funny, bro? I was thinking about you when I did the class, and I don't think you were live on that one, man. So hopefully you get a chance to watch it. But other than that, I don't think you guys want to sit here and watch me. So if nobody wants to come up, it's all good. You know what I mean? It's all good, bro. I'm not worried about it. But anyhow, let me see this good video. The BHI don't believe on those extra books. It exposes them like the Apocrypha exposes Edom, as they say. Yeah. And you know, I'm reading it, and I'm going past the whole watchers and the mixing of the angels and all that. But it's confirming a lot of stuff that I'm finding, man. So I typically don't jump on this, but I just went watch, and it's like Enoch is mentioned in the Bible. Jubilees is mentioned in the Bible. Okay? But I can see why they don't want to touch it, because Enoch isn't black. But I don't know. Anyways, anyone coming up? Nope. Okay, cool. Sounds good, man. So, Lord willing, y'all could understand. Oh, by the way, hold on a second. So, let me tell you guys something. The next class that I want to do is regarding that right there. The little more, I got more secrets. More secrets are being revealed. Hey, check this out. This is what I found, okay? This is weird, but I'll share it to you. It says here that sources say IUIC has delivered the Brooklyn Nets 10 items for the Kyrie Irving to return to the Nets. It has their logo. Apologized, condemn all movies promoting Caucasians or Jews. 500,000 to Israelite causes. Sensitivity training. Learn the etymology and origin of the word Semitism and Semitic. Meet with IUIC and Israelite leaders. Joe Taisai, whatever, must donate 5% of all his earnings to black families. Oh, that's right. You Mexicans don't count. Just shut your ass up and just follow suit, okay? We Negroes are in charge. Meet with the Bishop Nathaniel to demonstrate understanding. Shaquille O'Neal and Charles Barkley and Shannon Sharp must publicly apologize for being coons and bootlickers against the Kyrie Irving and other black players. ADL and SPCL must remove all their propaganda from all forms of media and publicly apologize to the Israelites for disseminating false information. The NBA must have sensitivity training and stand against untruth rhetoric against black players. I found this picture. Watch this, and it takes you to his Twitter. But it's a picture of him holding a world. Anyhow. I got something to show you guys real quick. We got a little more history going on here. You're gonna want to get this book called where are you at? The Secret Societies. Okay. If you guys can read it. And we're gonna touch on a couple things. And then one brother, in case you don't know, this video here is a message for you guys, okay? This is why I know for a fact that our spirits are just different. Because when you go to jail, there's no way to get around it. Listen to this.
Always like, we're saying it.
Watch what he says, all right? Watch what this guy says. He says, say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Nah, it ain't so, bro. There's no way, right? Yeah, it is. And he's talking about certain people that love to do sodomy. Let's go.
We're always like, we're saying it ain't so. Tell me it's not racist. It's 2019. Do we have to live like this? Yeah, motherfucker. If you're GP, you have no choice, and you're going to live like this. I'm going to push the line on you. Your fellow people are going to push the line on you. Don't go to prison if this shit is shocking to you. There is no rape in California prison because of these politics. Do you want these politics, or do you want booty bandits and this other shit that they talk about in these other states' prison channels? We don't have that shit. GP California, if anybody got into anything like that, they would be dead on the spot. If you're white, if you're homie, if you're Paisa, anything like that, this is not happening. It's never happened. I've never seen it. This would be murder on the spot. So these are the reasons why the politics exist, and that's why I back them. Would you rather fucking worry about that or this? I would rather flip a coin or roll the dice every day of the week and have to put in some work than have to worry about that other shit.
Notice he said 2 nations. He didn't include these guys. What can I tell you? Anyways, y'all don't give a shit. All right, man. Y'all take care. Lord willing, you guys are, I guess, you guys are entertained, right? Lord willing, you guys are entertained. Not edified. Forget edification. This is all entertainment. Let's just call it entertainment. Okay? I'm not offended. But let's see what we can do. What I got for y'all? Oh, we got it. All right. Y'all take care, family. Shalom.
Small business owners.
Peace and blessings to y'all. Okay. Take care. Yeah, he said, I give a shit. Thank you, bro. I give a shit. That's right. See, thank you. I appreciate the shit. I appreciate your shit, bro. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see what class is next, fam. All right, I do have a few. Anyhow, so. Well, wait, that's not it. Come on, man. Happy New Moon, everybody. Okay. Take care. Peace.
Yeah, man. This is 4 Elements. All right. The gangsters of the sun, motherfuckers. Cypher. Volumen 1. He sentido miedo por verme desolado. He tocado el cielo por teneros a mi lado. He dicho te quiero a quien me ha traicionado. Pero nunca ha sido malo. Eso lo tengo bien demostrado. Muévelo, bailalo. El sonido tómalo. Cántalo y con tus amigas gózalo. Body, 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 body. Así que apréndelo. Estamos envueltos en llamas. DJ, gózalo. Hey, nego. Track over track in a mira bomba, but don't stop it, reggae it up, a nigga coming to the top. All of them, fire burn them for the club. Keon in the area is the only general. Track over track in a mira bomba, but don't stop it, reggae it up, a nigga coming to the top. All of them, fire burn them for the club. 4 Element is the only general.
No pueden competir contra esta fiera, tan distraído, me vi mordiendo las barreras. Sufre menos quien nada espera. Aprendí mirando, me empecé a buscar ahí fuera. Analiza menos, soy cualquiera. Guardo mis demonios, lloraría si los vieras. Pero los tengo bajo llave. Quizá conversemos durante la noche, ellos tengan la clave para escapar de mí mismo cuando no puedo salir y me precipito al abismo del fatalismo. Todo se torna tan negro que cuando veo la luz resulta ser solo otro espejismo. Fui noqueado, caí como un titán dormido, al fin me he levantado y todo es caos. He estado distraído, persiguiendo sueños que eran vaho, arena, olvido. Ey, no quiero dolor, tampoco su ley o su opresión. Yo quiero un escape, decirle adiós, jamás su sistema no favoreció. Grité Mayday, nadie me ayudó, ni la policía, ni el rey, ni su Dios. Yo quiero saber dónde se quedó aquel pueblo libre y su revolución. Llegó tu condena, te moverás y romperás los problemas, no es novedad que no verás otra forma de olvidar las penas que queman tu órbita vibracional. No quiero ser normal, tampoco singular, no hay norma que transforme mi moral. Logré quitarme los prejuicios, admito que estoy completamente enamorado de todo género musical.
Rap con represión, la condición es infrahumana. La religión paga con prisión al que nada trama. Piensa en fama, frustrado tumbado en tu cama. Te mojarás si llueves si no te mueves con ganas. Romper ramas por envidia, tu mamá no te deja plantar. Y en guerras en Siria y tú quejándote por no afrontar problemas de mierda, con niñatos de mierda que viven en su burbuja, la cual nunca va a explotar. Nadie es una mentira y en ella tu vida va a acabar. No ves la verdad, en la tele no la vas a encontrar. Tus padres te mienten porque ellos también creyeron que todo es normal en el mundo que construyeron.
No me queda nada de ese ruido del sistema. Vengo con mi pana construyendo una epopeya. Como Popeye, marihuana, comida insana, las bajas vibraciones, mi luz le quema again. Venimos armados de fe y no nos dejamos arrastrar por la corriente. Hacemos todo al revés. Y si hoy no sientes, porque de dentro afuera, que estamos creando despacito la tortuga, ganó a la liebre. 4 elementos fusionados con el éter, conectando realidades de la calle, volando tu mente, despertando al ser consciente. Esto es para que lo cantes, liberando tensiones y abrazando lo que sientes.
Oh yeah,
Fondo clave, 4 elementos.
¿Vale? Sí, ¿te atreverías?
Ahí está.
¡Bemba! ¡Es original! ¡Kimba!
Ella lo baila. ¿Quieres de mí? Origini,
todo para ti. ¡Ay, baby! Original y originini. Yo no tengo nombre, cromo de panini. Si viene el Kimba lo reventó con el fucking altavoz. Y bien ocurreniga, estoy con el chico para soltarlo bien tranquilito. Es el Kimana, el Kimaneto, porque tiene el ritmo y esqueleto. No vi, ella no vio nada. Cuando suelto ritmo parece en la boca nada. No soy un dragón, pero suelto llamaradas. No soy un cabrón, pero sueno que te cagas. viene a matar. Si quieres algo del magneto, siempre ves buscando un ritmo. Es original, siempre suena fresco. Lo mejor me lo merezco. No tenemos parentesco con la sociedad parece popescu. Ey, original, el maneta ha llegado a soltar los ritmos sentados. Si quieres algo bueno, pues yo vengo de un pasado. Desde lejos, hace tiempo, no soy viejo. Estoy atento, estoy contento. El entrecejo, no lo ves, escondió hace tiempo. Original representa hace radio, el Netflix de Europa. Va a venir a reventar todos los escenarios y llevarme la copa.
Un aplauso, De Easy, haceme algo ya para culminar.
Hostia puta, tío, qué bueno.
¿Te dejo ahí mismo ese? ¿O te pongo otro?
Pónmelo al principio, va.
¿El principio, este mismo? ¿O te pongo otro?
Este está bien.
¿Este está bien? Vale. Desde el principio entonces. Ahí va, atención.
Estamos en Nazi Radio International Real. Hey, hemos vuelto a la casa del Real Neo Netflix de Europa. Bombo claro, dice. Don't stop, everybody don't stop. Llegó el general para prender el club. Hey, sing it boy, then yabadabadu. Con mi crew, solo tú, dan mi luz. Hey, sing it badu. Don't stop, everybody don't stop. Llegó el general para prender el club. Sing it boy, then yabadabadu. Con mi crew, solo tú, dan mi luz. Everything come through. Ooh, girl, think you better. I think you clever. Hey, stay, my fucking old nigga. Hey, girl, think you better. I think alone, my brother. Everybody come on, nego, hace radio, está fresco. Dice, mueve el cadera, mueve tremendo. Suena perfecto, filo beca. Suena perfecto, viene el del ritmo del ghetto. But the fuck on the hey, nego, the fama no really nobody. Se mueve el estilo, suena fenomenal. Suena bien guapo que viene los ritmos. El radio siempre suena fenomenal. Mueve cadera, mueve tremenda. Ese aquí Magneto, el rey de la fiesta. Suena guapo, te lo digo, Zacarías. Así que dale, on the freak, nego.
Ical, hijo, abre los ojos. Tu cuerpo se queda con nosotros, pero tu espíritu debe seguir. Busca la luz. Aléjate de las sombras. Deja que nuestro dolor sea tu fuerza. Desde aquí iluminamos tu camino. Lucha como nosotros ante esta pena tan grande. Yo soy tú. Tú eres yo. La muerte que hoy nos separa, mañana volverá a unirnos. Eres libre, hijo.